Hi, welcome in everyone that is here. Apologies if there is any delay. Please let us know how the connection is. But welcome in everyone.
Let us know if you can hear us, if the music's too loud, or any other problems. Just
tell us, please. It's our second one. But welcome Steve, welcome Lorraine, welcome Ash, and welcome everyone else. How are we doing today? I hope it's working.
Got the Christmas jumpers back out for the special occasion. Bunnies and wobbly nose.
Of course, wobbly nose. And we got tea.
Yeah, of course. A big mug of tea. And we got all our little decorations. Welcome in, Tim.
Hi, Tim. How are you? We've also got a poll going on to see who is ready for the big day and who isn't. Seems like 62% of people have still got loads to do, which is definitely how we feel.
Yeah.
We still haven't wrapped one single present.
Yeah.
So we're very busy.
I feel like this is how we always do it, though. Mm-hmm. It's never like just ready on time.
Yeah.
Even like on the day, it still feels like I'm not ready. But
50% are ready for the big day, though, so that's good.
A lot of people are more prepared than us.
Yeah. I hope work's going all right, Steve.
Ash got his Uber Eats on the way.
What are you going for, Ash? What are you having? We have actually got a huge Asda right near us, so we've been behaving, haven't we? We haven't gotten any takeaways. We've been having food from the shop, so you'll all be proud. Working. Oh, waving from Kent. Hi, Lorraine.
Hello, Kent.
It's just started raining here. We are around the Nottinghamshire area. And it's just started raining, hasn't it? For the first time in a long time.
Yeah, it's not rained in quite some time, and we were really glad that we managed to get to where we are for Christmas so that we can see family before it started raining. Yeah. And now we don't have to move for a couple of weeks, which is nice.
Yeah. Welcome, Ian. Thank you so much. We've got the Christmas jumpers out. Wes's has got bunnies on. Mine's got the 3D snowman.
Next gen of Christmas jumpers.
Is the music volume okay? Can you hear it? Or do we need to turn it off or down? Let us know.
On a phone on the side.
Also, if you are watching the VOD back, welcome in as well. Hello, thank you for watching. Hi Keith, how are you doing? Put up a 3.
Oh, yeah.
How is everything going?
You must be pretty well settled in by now.
Yeah.
Too cold here to rain. Frost on the coast.
Yeah, I bet it gets a lot colder near the coast, doesn't it?
Yeah. We had a lot of frost this morning when we woke up, but it's all kind of just cold. Oh, not as cold, but just a lot wetter now.
Yeah. Stormy, welcome in. Hello. Thank you so much. We're doing well today, aren't we? We're doing really well. We have been visiting family today because we're close to family for Christmas.
Yeah.
And we've been kind of doing like a busy day because we've been to the doctors to register with the new doctors. We've got our boosters. We've been sorting Christmas presents out. So yeah, we're busy today, but we're doing well. How are you? How is everyone doing today?
We've had a really busy couple of weeks. I think for those of you who don't already know, our vlogs are a little bit far behind. I think we're actually around 6 weeks behind where we currently are in the vlogs. We really want to try and catch up, so we're going to do our absolute best to do that so that it is a little bit more kind of current. But yeah, we're about 6 weeks behind. So in about 4 weeks, you might see when it starts getting really manic for Christmas.
We're sorry, everyone. It's our first Christmas vlogging, so we're not used to this.
Yeah. Ash got a burger, mozzarella dippies, and a Biscoff milkshake.
Oh, that sounds so good, Ash.
What a great choice.
Oh, thank you so much, Tim and Lorraine, for the music. Thank you. Welcome in, Gary. How are you?
Hello.
Thank you so much. We've got to crack them out.
Yeah. Gotta be done.
We bring them out for Christmas, so you got to get your wear out, haven't you?
Yeah.
Also, welcome in Doghouse and Luke and Helen and Never Too Late. Welcome in. Oh, it's raining for you as well, dog. Yeah, we were expecting it, weren't we?
I just had fish and chips, thinking of you. Oh, yay. No tree, no decks for the first time ever in the middle of moving.
Oh wow. Yeah. That's probably very busy for you, Helen. That's fair enough.
Enough packing and unpacking without decorations on top of that, I bet.
Hope the move goes okay for you. We're having a really, really good day, thank you, Luke. I hope you are too. But yeah, we what we've got for dinner tonight? We haven't had it yet.
So because it was a little bit hectic, and we didn't really want to go to a big supermarket, we had to. Rewind. So we're borrowing Amy's mum's car for a week or two. And as you know, I know some continuous cruisers have a car and like they just juggle with like moving it along and parking it near wherever the boat is. We don't have that, but Amy's mum has kindly lent us her car for just sort of on and off use for a week or two. So it's the first time I've driven in 7 months.
You did really good though.
In a car I've never driven before, so that was a whole thing. But anyway, when we filled up with fuel, we just grabbed a couple of things from the petrol station. So we've just got like some spring rolls, some sweet and sour, and then we'll probably just cook some rice. But we haven't eaten yet because it's been too hectic.
We've had some jammy dodgers.
Yeah, that's true.
Very settled in, thank you, loving it. Nice, Keith. You don't have to say exactly, obviously, but whereabouts are you heading at the moment? Where are you off to? Merry Christmas to you as well, never too late. Hi, Julie. How are you doing? Julie met us, and it was so lovely. It was so lovely to say hello to you, Julie. I hope you're both doing well. We got a fridge, everyone.
Yeah. Spoiler sneak
alert.
Peek for those of you who are either watching the live or watching the VOD. So Julie actually brought us some really good fortune. We bumped into her when we were walking around Mercia Marina, and I don't know if anyone knows, but there's a Midland Chandler's there, and it's something we've been looking for ages. And we just thought we'd nip in for half an hour, have a little look around the shops, some Christmas shopping, maybe pick up a couple of boat bits. And we went in there and they sold 12-volt fridges.
We were so excited.
Distance. It was amazing.
So we got a fridge.
So we have a fridge for Christmas. It's the best thing ever.
Welcome, Corey. Hi from Corey and Chris. Sorry, our text is really small on the screen. Welcome, Corey and Chris from Southampton.
Oh,
We're heading to see family in Stoke tomorrow. Oh, nice.
Yay.
We really liked when we went through Stoke.
Yeah. It's probably, I think that had a couple of our favourite moorings from just everywhere that we've been so far. I think Westport Lake in particular was just absolutely lovely.
Yeah. Yeah, we do have a fridge, which is very exciting. Hi, Rebecca from the Grand Union near Coventry. Oh, nice. We can't wait to visit there.
Yeah, we haven't gone on the Grand Union at all.
Yeah.
A fridge, woo!
Hope everything's all right.
Yeah, so we have got cold drinks, which is... It's such a novelty. Like, we'll go into the shops and then we'll see things, and we're so used to now, if you could tell from what we eat in a week, if you've seen that, we're used to kind of like front loading any fridge items towards the start of the week and then just riding off on like tins and long life things. But now we can actually just buy things and be like, oh, we'll freeze that.
Yeah.
And we'll have that in the future.
We're like, oh, we can get this for next week.
Yeah.
It's very exciting. But yeah, we've got Pepsi Max in there, which is our favourite drink.
Yeah.
6 weeks behind. Passed you on the Trent and Mersey 4 weeks ago. Oh, nice, Tim. Had to detour around closed Stoke on the Shroppy. Oh, that must have been behind us.
Winter closures.
Yeah, because we looked at with some winter closures. We didn't really pay attention to all of them because this is our first winter.
Yeah.
So there were some of them. We only really looked at the ones that was like longer than a week. So some of them we got a little bit stuck behind them, but we were sorted. We're here now.
Yeah. Mercia Marina is elite. Mercia Marina is absolutely beautiful.
Lovely. Yeah, we loved
really
it.
Really nice. The shops there as well were so lovely. They were filled with so many things that we just wanted to buy, but we're like, no, we can't fit that in. We haven't got any space for that. But yeah, it was hard to resist.
Oh yeah, Julia, those locks. So the locks just past Mercia. Are we north or south? Like, were we heading north?
Down the Trent and Mersey and sort of across and then up the Erewash.
Yeah, so the locks like that side of the Mersey Marina, they were our first double locks. So the ones where you can fit two boats in. We hadn't even done one before on Gregory's Girl. We did them on the higher boat. They were the only ones we did, but yeah, they were the first ones we did, and they were very stiff as well. It was like they were huge. They just felt enormous.
Yeah.
But we've still not gotten quite used to doing the boat side to side. People have given us the tip of open the paddles to pin the boat to the side. If you're a boater, you'll know what that means. But we still haven't quite got the hang of that either.
Yeah,
We're like,
yeah.
do we do it too soon? Do we?
And then it just drifts, and we're just like,
but it's going all right. Nothing major yet.
yeah.
Yes, Steve, we have got some ice. I've had some ice. For those that don't know, some people hate hearing this, but
Yeah.
I love ice, and I sit there sometimes with ice in a cup and I eat it with a spoon, and that is one of the main things I missed about not having a fridge, freezer. But now I can eat ice whenever I want. It's great.
We have these little silicon ice trays with like really small ice cubes, because that's apparently the best type of ice to crunch. But those were like one of the few things that we didn't get rid of, because we were just like, we don't know when, but at some point we'll get a freezer and Amy will need these. So we kept them. We're back on the marina until March, and then either left or right out of the marina. It was great to watch the Stoke vlog, as that used to be my cycle commute back when I used to work.
Oh,
nice.
I bet that was really cool to see, Keith.
Yeah.
Yeah, we on our hire boat, we did the
I can't remember which one. It was Milton Keynes.
Milton Keynes. Yeah.
I can't remember which. Yeah, I can't remember which canal that's on, but.
And it was cool when we could see like places that we recognized on other people's vlogs. So I bet that was really cool for you, Keith. Welcome in, dog. Hi. Never too late is at Stenson Marina near Mercia being fitted out. Ooh,
nice.
Is it quite a big job for you then?
Is that the interior as well, or are you having exterior work done? There's one thing that we have to figure out going forwards towards the spring is that we need the boat to be blacked. And as some of you have already let us know in the comments, and we kind of really need to get on top of it, is the various sort of scrapes and knocks that we've had have chipped away at the paint. So we've got all of our paints ready, and I think particularly in the spring we'll go through, we'll give it a full-on clean, we'll patch up all the bits and just make it look nice and shiny again.
Sorry, dog. House. There's another dog.
There's 2 dog people in the chat.
Pure orange ice is my thing. Ooh, why have I never thought of that? Having flavoured ice?
Orange juice in an ice cube
I
tray.
used to eat that all the time.
Oh, nice.
Lorraine, you've changed everything now.
Like mini ice cube.
I could
ice lollies.
Yeah. I could have like. That's very exciting.
Yeah, just don't get the freezer all sticky.
No, I might not. Oh.
From Dubai. Oh, welcome. Nice. It's the complete interior. We will be living on her from February. Oh, wow. That's so exciting. Have you got everything ready, or do you still feel like you're kind of still rushing around like crazy trying to figure out everything? I know that we were definitely we felt that we did all the preparation we could, and it was still just crazy trying to get it all done in time.
Hi Gary, welcome in, and Merry Christmas to you as well from the UK. Also hi Nick, hello.
Jerry, right?
Jerry, sorry.
Right.
Hi Nick as well. Thank you for joining the live. How are you doing?
About blacking, speak to Dan and Vicky at Langley Mill. We did ours there last year at very reasonable prices.
Yes, because we did because Langley Mill is so much smaller than we thought it was. So when we arrived in the area, we was like, oh, this seems really small. But then we were speaking about the dry dock, and they were said in that they might have space and stuff. So we were talking to them, and they were really, really nice. So yeah, that's a good shout, because we probably will be in the area. So thank you, Julie. Thanks for the tip.
Yeah, they seem so lovely as well. We've not spoken to Dan, but we've spoken to another guy who works there, and he was lovely. He was just like, because so basically when you get to the Langley Mill Basin, there's a couple of private sort of marinas, and then there's like a little public bit, and we're in the public bit, and we weren't sure whether where we were moored is going to be really annoying for people trying to use the facilities. But yeah, the guy from the marina came out and he was like, nope, you're absolutely fine there. Told us about some local shops and some little kind of things to go and have a look at. So yeah, they seem really, really lovely there.
Yeah. Merry Christmas to you too, Nick.
Oh,
Jerry.
shot for Geraldine. Oh,
Geraldine.
nice.
Oh, lovely. Sorry, that was my fault.
It's really weird though whenever you go live because your ability to like read things just changes, and you'll read a word that you've read 1,000 times, and your brain just doesn't realize what it is. It's really
Streamer
bizarre.
brain. Hi, Jordan. Welcome in from Ireland. Hello.
Ooh, nice.
How are you doing today? What is everyone's Christmas plans? I can see 69% are ready for the big day, which is
Nice.
very good. I'd say we're about 70% of the way there.
I think the only thing now, we've still got a couple of presents that we need to pick up because, so basically we're going to go and do last little bits of Christmas shopping tomorrow is the plan while we've got the car. And then we're going to spend quite a long time wrapping all of it. But I think that's the only thing that we've really got to do.
Yeah, pretty much. We've done a lot of the shopping kind of on the go around the little shops that we've been visiting, which has been really nice.
Yeah, and our main thing was just getting to a spot that was close enough to Amy's mum's house so that we could visit everyone.
Hi, Tom. Welcome in. Merry
Hello.
Christmas. We're having fun. Thank you. How are you? How's your day been? We're getting over COVID. Oh, I'm sorry, Jerry.
Oh, no.
I'm glad to hear that you're getting over it, though, and sending you all the best wishes.
Are you enjoying being continuous cruisers? Yes. Well, I know. I am definitely.
Yeah.
It's just such a lovely sense of freedom, I think. Like, even when it's a little bit stressful, as you will see in sort of upcoming vlogs, it can be pretty stressful, but even then it's still just so worth it. Just seeing new stuff all the time is just amazing. And I remember when we were going into our first winter, we were looking through all the Facebook pages and people were posting memes about like how it is in the summer versus how it is in the winter. And you go in the summer and it's all kind of just sun and picnics and just sunbathing. And then in the winter, it's like Tom Hanks in Castaway and you're really kind of knackered and like rugged. It definitely feels a little bit like that, but still loving it.
We're still loving it for sure. And I think we just need to get used to slowing down. Because I think for us, like, it's very rare that we stay in one spot for 2 weeks, even if it's a nice spot. And I think we just need to maybe just sometimes just be like, it's fine. We can stay here for 2 weeks. It's a really nice place. We have been kind of rushing for Christmas, but after that, I think it will make winter a lot easier.
Yeah.
To be able to only move like every couple of weeks or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely enjoying it. We've had a couple of nights in marinas. Every so often, and it's kind of like, it's lovely to be in a marina, but sometimes it's like, I don't know, it just feels nice to get back out there.
It almost takes a bit of adjusting, isn't it, because you live a certain way and you sort of get used to certain things, and then when you're in a marina you kind of have to follow someone else's rules for a bit, and even though the rules aren't strict or anything and it's lovely, it just feels a little bit different. And then when we get back out, I think for us that just feels most natural now.
No plans for Christmas. That's cool though, dog. Just chill out, just play some games, eat some food, and I'm sure you'll have a lovely one.
What do you like to eat for Christmas? Or
everything?
As much as we can. It's so we find, obviously both as vegans, the amount of like products available to us each year has just like risen exponentially. And this year, it's just crazy how many things there are. Like, it used to be around Christmas time, we'd go around the shops and find all of the new vegan things and just buy them all and just kind of eat those. But now there's so many we can't keep up. I mean,
we have to try and get out of the habit of being like, oh, there's a new product, because then we would just like buy too much products. We're mainly having.
We've got a vegan roast joint thing, which is supposed to be like imitating like turkey with stuffing in it.
All the vegetables, all the gravy.
And then we'll probably make just like a massive vat of roast potatoes. It's got to be done, isn't it?
We've got some salted caramel desserts. I might make a trifle. Trifle's my all-time favorite. But I don't like the fruit in the trifle. I'm sorry.
Amy likes the trifle with half the ingredients. She doesn't like the sponge. You don't like any of the, what do people normally put in it? It's like
berries and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, but there's also sherry, isn't it? Sherry goes in trifles. And then, yeah, the fruit you don't like. You basically like jelly and custard.
Yeah, jelly, custard and cream, of course.
Yeah.
It's going very well, thank you. Cheese board time, nice.
Enjoy.
Wes is a big lover of cheese boards and pate.
Yeah, pate mainly, but yeah, just anything with like crackers and like nibbles. That's like, feels so Christmassy.
Will you give yourself a new fridge for Christmas? Well, well, Jerry, shh. This is an exclusive for everyone that follows us on Instagram or on the live. We have a fridge. We have a fridge. It's the best thing ever.
We went 7 months with no fridge. Well, no, 6 months, isn't it? Because it was when we set off was when we had to turn off the 240-volt fridge. And this one so far has been going really well. Touch wood. It doesn't seem to be drawing much power. Obviously, we're in the winter, but with less solar, it kind of balances out anyway. And yeah, it's just so nice having cold things again.
Yeah, we've only had it for maybe a week.
A week, yeah.
About a week, and we've been loving it.
Yeah, it's been amazing.
Our Christmas plans include a little Airbnb so we can visit family, but also relax on our own, and then lots of TV and lounging and Christmas walks. That sounds lovely, Corey.
That sounds amazing.
That sounds like a perfect Christmas. I hope you have a lovely one. Yes, we we forgot to tell everyone. Rufus isn't here. I don't know if you noticed. Usually he would be running around, Rufus and Rupee. They're at my mum's house because my mum loves him anyway. And
she hasn't seen him in ages.
Yeah, it's just better than going back and forth. But yeah, Rufus absolutely loves. I only realised because I can say the word walk. Usually, if we say the word walk, Rufus is like, me? Really? And he will start barking and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll definitely be going on a Christmas walk, Corey. We usually go on a Boxing Day walk the day after. So we're visiting your mum, aren't we?
Yeah.
And we'll go on one with family, which will be lovely with the dogs.
Yeah. So I think because like similarly to how we're not used to sort of traveling around in cars, Rufus and Rupee, mainly Rufus, never liked it anyway. So them not having been in one for ages, we really didn't want to be dragging them back and forth. So we just thought they're really comfortable there. They're settled in. We'll just leave them there and we'll spend a night without them.
We're going to get them tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm new to boating this autumn. If I can survive this first winter, then the summer should be amazing. Yes, Tim.
Oh, nice.
It will be worth it, I'm sure. But yeah, they always say if you can do the first winter, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, how are you finding it so far, Tim?
Yeah. I think as based on our experiences, I would definitely say that the summer is easier. It's busier, it's a lot busier, but there's just a lot less to do.
Yeah.
And I think one of the main differences between sort of living in a house and living on a boat generally is that your appreciation for daylight hours dramatically shifts.
Yeah.
So I think yesterday was the winter solstice, which means
we've never had to pay attention to that before.
The daylight hours are only getting longer now to the summer. Woo! Which means we can cruise easier and
more
hopefully
solar.
Get a little bit more solar in. But yeah, I think when you get through this winter, you will absolutely love the summer.
Julie says, like I said before, I love that you keep your vlogs real regarding stress and issues, etc. We certainly emphasize with Rufus being a little stressed, as our dog is the same. Yeah, we're glad it helps, because that's one thing that we really wanted to do is just we just try and capture absolutely everything and try and kind of just record in the moment so we can give everyone our like raw impressions and emotions and stuff like that. And yeah, Rufus is he's been okay, but he has took some adapting, so we do feel for you, Julie. Let us know if, I know we're not experts or anything, but let us know if you need any tips or anything like that,
even if it's just a bit of reassurance of like, was this really this horrible to do? We're absolutely there to help out.
But yeah, I hope your pupper is okay and adapts soon. I'm sure they will. Soon they won't even know any different.
And they probably pick up on like how intense it is for you as well, and that'll be a factor. So once you start kind of getting more into the rhythm of it, they'll probably follow suit as well.
Yorkshire puddings, see, that is one thing that's not really that easily available. You know, like we could make our own Yorkshire puddings. We've tried it before, but it's very difficult. They didn't go very well, Tim. So probably we don't actually have Yorkshire puddings.
I do miss them. Like when
They
people
are
say
good,
like,
aren't they?
what do you miss from like not being vegan? I think Yorkshire puddings would be up there because yeah, like Amy said, you can make them, but to make them vegan, it's like you have to be really precise. And every time we've tried to make them, they've just sort of turned into Yorkshire pudding tasting pancakes.
Yeah, they're
nice,
like little pancakes.
but they're like this big. They don't rise.
Hi, Fleur. Welcome in. Thank you so much. How are you today?
Gary's just relaxing. Had a lousy couple of months. Oh no! I hope it feels. Well, I hope your luck turns around soon.
We're sorry to hear, Gary. Hope everything gets sorted. Glad you can have some time to relax and chill.
Yeah.
Yes, Nick, another trifle lover.
Yeah.
Amazing. More space for mayo, absolutely.
Yeah.
And couldn't live that long without ice. Jerry, ice is getting a prime spot in the fridge. Don't worry.
It takes up the majority of the space in our little sort of freezer.
Lorraine, I love garlic and herb flavored nooch.
Ooh.
No, we haven't tried that. Did you make it?
That sounds pretty
That
amazing.
sounds very good.
I mean, we throw garlic into pretty much everything that we make, and nooch into everything that we make. So yeah, 2 birds with 1 stone with that one.
Even Rufus likes nooch.
Yeah, that's true.
Can't wait to move on full time. Need to sell the house. Can you guys tell us more about how you found good internet spots?
Yes. So if you are interested, we do have on our TikTok, if you use that platform, we have got a little TikTok about our setup where we just show the actual equipment that we got. But to give you a quick rundown, we have a 4G router, an external omnidirectional aerial, and a basically like a 4G EE SIM that just gives us kind of unlimited data. And the way that we tend to work is that when we're thinking of mooring up somewhere, we'll run a quick speed test on our phone, connect it to the Wi-Fi, get a rough gauge for it, and then just kind of figure it out from there. It can depend on where you are. So for us, we started on the Llangollen Canal, and it was probably one of the worst places to start for signal because you're sort of in between England and Wales, and there's nothing really in between in terms of cities. So the signal can be pretty rubbish out there. But it is just a case of just kind of speed testing as you go, and then when you find a spot that's sort of pretty good, then you just kind of moor up there.
We have this app on our phone.
Yeah,
called
it's the
Ookla
speed test app.
And you just press go, and then it just connects and gives you how fast your internet is. So that's ours at the moment. It's pretty good at the moment. What is it? 46 download, 48 download. So yeah, we do that when we are like just about to moor up. So we'll just kind of hover the boat. We'll turn it off. Get the spot.
Yeah. But we found he's been really good. It's been pretty consistent. The one thing that sort of took us a little bit by surprise, though, is just how the internet can vary. So for us, we need a lot of download for my work, but for Amy's streams and for things like this, we need a lot of upload. And normally in a house, you sort of have a lot of download and then like a quarter of it upload in terms of speeds. Out on the canals, it can vary massively. You could have a really terrible download and amazing upload. So it just takes a little bit of getting used to, but it's really not that bad, I don't think, to figure out.
Do you want to put that in the chat so people can know? Wes is going to type in the chat from our account the details of our router, so you can have a look if you want, and some of our setup for anyone that's interested. Wes did a lot of research on the internet, so not saying it's obviously all correct because it might have changed, but he really did do a lot of research to try and get us the best possible one. So he is good at that.
There you go.
Any plans to visit the Gloucester and Sharpless Canal? Steve says. Sharpness Canal. I mean, we don't have any kind of after Christmas, we don't actually have any solid plans, do we? We're probably going to maybe head our way down to maybe like Birmingham or Sheffield. We haven't decided yet.
Our original plan was that we wanted to do Christmas and then head up to Sheffield because we've got a lot of friends from Sheffield. But as you will see in upcoming vlogs, our first experiences with rivers, I think primarily because it's winter, have been pretty intense, but very short-lived. So the idea of going on a long river for a long time is a little bit intimidating. So it might be something that we have to postpone for a bit.
For until calmer weather.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we definitely want, I think our long-term plan is hopefully to try and cover the entire network.
Yeah.
Because we really do want to go on all the little arms. We will just want to visit everywhere we can.
Yeah.
So we really want to go everywhere. So I'm sure at some point we'll be visiting Gloucester and Sharpness for sure, Steve.
Yeah.
Fleur says, oh, go on.
I was just going to say, forgot to mention, Tim, good luck on selling the house, though. I'm sure that is a very stressful thing. But we wish you all the luck in the world with that transition. It'll be stressful, but it will absolutely be worth it.
Yeah. Welcome, Barking Mad and Narrowboat Noggin. Welcome in. Yorkshire pudding. Fleur says Yorkshire puddings are so delicious. They really are. I was never a fan of the fluffy ones. I like the soggy ones.
Oh, the stodgy ones that absorb all the gravy. Yeah.
Fleur packing, preparing food for Christmas for my parents, clearing up. Wish I was there already.
Oh.
Yeah, Blair's got a flight in the morning.
Tomorrow morning. Oh, that's exciting though.
Yeah.
And then you'll be over here, and it will be all lovely, and you can chill out and relax.
Good luck with everything, Fleur. It'll be fine.
E3 can be a bit patchy or absolutely brilliant. Yes, I agree. I did used to be on 3 on my phone, and I did find it can be very much hit or miss, like you say. EE tends to be just a lot more consistent. I don't think it has quite the same peaks as 3, but it has been pretty reliable for pretty much all of our journey.
It's in Tesco's, Lorraine. Thank you. We'll have to check that out. We definitely haven't seen that, so that is exciting. Thank you for the heads up.
Have you gotten any new cool boat stuff, gadgets besides the fridge?
I can think of one thing, but I wouldn't say it's cool. We got a new toilet seat.
Woo!
Woo! What else have we got?
So if you watched our most recent vlog, which, like I said, is a little bit behind, that we bought a toilet seat that didn't fit. We have since replaced it with one that does fit. And yeah, that's really not exciting to anyone other than.
Well, we got a new toilet seat.
We did also get one other sort of gadget that I think is quite exciting, which is a little stovetop potato cooker. So,
I'll get it.
If you have seen in our vlogs, we attempted to wrap potatoes in foil and then shove them in the stove itself. And a lot of people bake them that way, but we kept burning them. But we did find this little thing. So this sits on top of the stove and uses the heat to cook them over a few hours. Just shove your potatoes in there and then just leave it.
A little demonstration.
Yeah, look at that, a live demo.
It makes them really crispy as well.
Yeah, it's really good. We like this thing. Other than that, I don't think we really got anything new and exciting for boat stuff. I think that's mainly it. It's not very exciting at the moment. I think we've been mainly spending all of our money on everyone else's Christmas presents.
Yeah. The Ribble Link in 2022. I've not actually heard of that, Barking Mad. Is it a canal? Ribble Link.
Yeah, it doesn't ring a bell.
Merry Christmas to you too. Merry Christmas, Narrowboat Noggin.
Have you been to Chester on the Shropshire Union? Is where I live. No, we haven't. We went to, I think Chester was one way, and the way that we went was the other way. I can't remember where it was. It was basically when you come off the Llangollen, I think you are given basically the option of sort of east or north, I think. And we went.
We're so rubbish at so a lot of boaters will be like, we're heading north or we're heading south, and we're just like, nah, this way.
Yeah, we'll spend like a few days on like a canal, and then we'll get to like the exit of it, and then we'll turn around and be like, oh, that was what we were on.
We were heading north.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to visiting Chester at some point because I've heard very good things. It sounds lovely, and we definitely want to do more of the Shropshire Union, but we do need to pick up some wheelbarrow tyres. We've had plenty of tips to say that that's how you deal with the Shroppy shelf. And it was a little bit stressful with that because we didn't have anything at the time. So we were just sort of chipping away at our blacking. But, we will be prepared the next time we go onto it.
For sure, Fleur. For sure. I'm excited. Wait, one that fits? A toilet seat that fits? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We still do have the old toilet seat though, so now we have 2 toilet seats.
Yeah.
But I'm sure we'll get to send it back or some. I don't know.
We'll do a giveaway.
Giveaway for the toilet seat.
A very niche Thetford toilet seat. Unused.
But yeah, it fits and it's very fancy. It's very nice.
Love the potato pot. What a fab idea. Yeah,
Yes.
So we got that from a little place called Rugeley. Again, in an upcoming vlog. I think it's probably a couple of weeks away from when we got to that in the vlogs. So keep an eye out for that. And that, yeah.
It was
shows
just
exactly
from a
where we get it
local, whenever we stop in a town, we usually look for a few different types of shops. We usually look for fireplace shops.
Yeah.
And like greengrocers and stuff like that. And they had, it was like a little fireplace shop, and they were mostly like home fireplaces, but they usually have like good stuff. And yeah, it was from one of those in Rugeley. I think there's only one. And they also did stovetop panini presses.
Oh yeah. We were very tempted by that, but we thought we're sort of gathering quite a lot of stove-based accessories at that point, so we'll pace ourselves. Try cooking other things in the potato device. Yes, we do actually need to do that.
What else could you put in there?
Just anything, innit? Just chuck some veggies in there. Could chuck a panini in there, potentially. If you stacked enough paninis in, you could turn it into a press.
It would be so good for burritos.
Would you want? Do you toast burritos?
I don't know.
You do now.
Sharon, you're giving us some very good ideas here.
Yeah.
Hi, Beck and Nick. How are you? No worries. Don't apologize.
Never underestimate a comfy toilet seat. Yeah, agreed.
It's a nice one.
Yeah, it makes a big difference, but yeah, it's good.
Welcome, Lucas. How are you? Happy holidays to you as well. Hi. Beck and Nick, we are currently around the Nottinghamshire area, on the Erewash Canal.
Which, until a couple of days ago, we have been pronouncing earwash.
It's Erewash.
Yeah. Every time we said it to like several boaters, we'd be like, "Oh yeah, we're going onto the earwash," and they'd be like,
Erewash.
Okay.
Ribblelink gets you onto the Lancaster. Yes, maybe that's why I've heard of it. But yeah, we probably will plan, definitely Barking Mad, because we want to just go everywhere. And we only tend to plan about a month ahead, don't we? And then we'll just see where we are.
We're still trying to get used to planning ahead. I think we got quite lucky this year with winter closures, where we just happened to meet someone who would be like, "Oh, you need to get through that within a week, or you're going to be stuck behind it."
No. We did do a lot of research. There was like 2 main ones that was they were like locked for like 3 weeks.
Yeah,
so we definitely planned that, but some of them they were like, "Oh, it was only locked for a week," so we didn't really bother looking at that, because it was like, well, we don't mind just waiting for a week. But yeah, there was a couple of times where it was like, it's closed for a week tomorrow, so go quick.
Yeah. How long are you moored up for, and where's the next route after Christmas? So we're in our current spot, I think probably for up to 2 weeks. We're not quite certain yet, but probably around there. And then after that, we kind of have to weigh up whether going north to Sheffield, up, I think it is the Trent, isn't it?
Yeah.
Up the River Trent.
We don't know if we're going to risk it.
That's one option, but we have to see whether the weather's all right and whether that's feasible. If not, we will probably start heading south towards Birmingham.
Because we're excited to do Birmingham.
Yeah. The wheelbarrow tyres didn't help during Storm Arwen. Bang! Our poor dog Jess came and slept with us. Some people seek out tyres designed for the old mini car.
Oh wow, they must be huge.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, hi Shawnee and Ryan and Freddie. Hello. How are we? But yeah, we only had our normal fenders. And they really didn't help, so I feel like we need something.
Yeah, every time we moved in the boat, you could just hear it sort of scratching and scraping away, and that was really horrible. But yeah, I guess during a storm, you'd want something even more robust.
Yeah. Burritos, see?
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Burritos are burritos. How did the kitten advent calendar work out? Oh yeah. It was okay. It was really nice, but the thing that was attached to, like, it was attached to like a little bit of cardboard. So whenever I pulled one of the boxes out, it would just collapse and it would like fall apart all the time. So I think last week I was like, right, the emptier it got, the worse it was. So I got rid of the tree. Now I just have the little boxes, but it's really nice. I'm liking the sweets.
The downside is, though, is that the little boxes, we thought a fun way to reuse those was once Amy's eaten the sweets out of them. For anyone that doesn't know, one of Amy's advent calendars was just loads of little cardboard boxes with sweets in them. So when the sweets were out of them, we'd get some of Rufus's treats and pack them in and give them to him, and he just enjoys sort of figuring out how to get into it, shredding the box and then eating the treats. But then when Amy took all of the boxes out of her little cardboard tree and then put them on the side, Rufus then thought that was like a gold mine of treats that he was allowed. So we'd be sat in here and he'd just bring one in and
he'd be like,
plop
whoa!
them on the floor and like, wow, I found it. Here we go. And then we'd be like, sorry.
And we'd have to take it off.
And he just looked so upset. Oh, but it's quite good though, I think. You can quite enjoy it.
Yeah, I like it. It's nice to have sweets.
Yes, a river, more river. So, Tom, yeah, we've done, I think, probably in total about an hour on rivers. Like, really not much at all. And even that was...
It was so stressful.
Really intense. We know that some people like Cruising Alba, which, if you don't know, is another narrowboat channel. They're one of our favourites, so definitely check them out if you haven't already. But they love rivers. They're on them all the time, particularly in the summer. And I don't know, they make it look so easy.
Yeah, they do.
We found it so stressful. So I think we need a bit more practice before we take on a big river in the thick of winter.
I think once you're on a river, it might not be as bad, but because we were kind of going on a river, then a bit of canal, then on a river, then on a bit of canal, it was kind of like each time we had to check to see the levels and all of that kind of thing, and it was stressful.
Shonda says, where did you get the matching Christmas jumpers? They're not actually matching, but they sort of look like they are. The designs aren't, but the colours kind of are. So I got this from one of my sisters, I think probably 3 or 4 years ago. I just really like it because bunnies.
I think it's from, there was a Instagram account called Bunny Mama.
Yes, it was.
And it was like 2 really cute bunnies on Instagram.
These two.
And they made some Christmas merch. And mine's just from Primark, I think. If you're from the UK, you'll know what Primark is. It's kind of like a budget clothes shop, but it's lasted me like
affordable clothing.
5 years, ages.
Yeah. It's the nose. Can't wait to see you all tomorrow. Yeah, we're really excited too, especially Freddie, as we haven't seen him before, who, if anyone doesn't know, is a tiny little puppet.
Yeah, my sister Shani recently got a new puppy and he's adorable. His name's Freddie, and tomorrow we get to meet him and Rufus gets to meet him too. We're excited. We think Rufus is going to be scared of him because Rufus doesn't really know how to act around puppies because he's a little bit like, whoa, I'm scared.
What is it doing?
But I think he'll love him.
Yeah. We are giving the river a miss too now. So heading back at the Grand Union until after Christmas. Yes, that sounds.
That'll be nice.
Yeah.
I mean, some people winter on rivers. They must be fine, but it's just, I think you have to be a lot more alert. Yeah. And I don't think we're ready for that yet.
Yeah. I think it's just a whole different sort of set of skills in terms of like reading your surroundings, driving, all the rest of it. So I think we'd be better off getting used to it a bit more in the summer when the weather's good, and then slowly kind of venturing out a little bit more. I think so far our experience with rivers have been a bit of a trial by fire.
For those that don't know, I know we're hyping it up, but we had our second most scariest moment on the boat.
We won't spoil
it, but the first one was when the boat nearly went down the weir, and then the second one, we had it recently, and it was very scary, and it was on a river. So,
but Amy did really well, and she grabbed the camera and actually managed to film bits of it. So we actually have some footage that's more than just like a slowed down time lapse this time. So as horrible as it was, I am quite excited to share it with you when we do catch up.
And we're all okay. We're fine. Welcome in, Sammy, and welcome in, Winter, as well. Hello. Went to chicken salad chick with a friend for lunch. Do you have those in England? I don't think we do. No.
Yeah, I don't think
so. It sounds nice.
It sounds good though.
Yeah. Welcome. Yeah, Rufus is he can be very cheeky sometimes, but we
he's
love him.
adorable, yeah. Can't you absolutely taz it on rivers? So
Yeah.
one thing that sort of we were warned about, but still took us by surprise, is how much quicker you go on the rivers. So there's two factors that make you go faster on a river. There's going with the current,
which we were both times,
makes you go really fast, and also the depth of the water means that you go quicker as well. In shallower water you go slower, in deeper water you go quicker. But you also can't just slow down on a river, because then you lose steering. So you kind of have to keep up with the pace of the river. So even though you think, oh, this is going really fast and I want to slow down, you kind of can't, and you've just got to grin and bear it, which is really scary. But yeah, you go quickly. I'm sure you'll ace it. Thanks for the bit of confidence, Tom. We'll keep you posted. Happy holidays from Tampa, Florida.
Wow.
Oh wow!
No. Hi from the UK. It's very rainy here. I'm sure it's probably not very rainy in Florida. But thank you so much, Winter. That means a lot.
Oh, that's a great question from Sharonda. Which canal has been your favourite so far, and why?
Shall we answer separate? Or
yeah,
I think we'll be the same.
probably.
I think mine was the Llangollen. It was so beautiful. It was such a lovely canal. I feel like we did one of the huge big landmarks within like a month of being on the boat. But yeah, we absolutely loved that. I mean, we haven't been on that many other canals, to be honest. So the Llangollen was one of our first ones that we completed start to finish. So I think it's got that special place in our heart. But yeah, that one, just because I mean, it might be as well because it was in the summer.
Yeah,
so that was our experience of the summer, but it was just so like chilled. It was beautiful. Pretty much every spot that we went to was just like stunning. The not people were really friendly, but yeah, the internet was stressful. But what about yours?
I think mine would be Llangollen as well, but I think the one that I would like to go back and do is the Montgomery.
Yes.
So we did the navigable bit of the Montgomery, but for anyone that doesn't know and hasn't seen our vlog on that one, most of that stretch isn't actually navigable because it sort of, as a lot of the canals do, they sort of fall into disrepair when they're not being looked after and maintained. And then the CRT and a lot of other sort of groups will try and get together to get funding to restore them all. And that one actually goes really far and looks really stunning.
Yeah, it goes really far. We were recently watching Tailors Aboard. If anyone hasn't checked them out, they're another channel that we watch all the time, and they make us laugh. But Josh recently walked all the way to the end of the Montgomery and showed it all. And it's weird how much some of it looks like just ready to go.
Yeah, it's not been that long since it wasn't navigable. I think even in like the 1970s or something, it was still perfectly usable. I think there's even some bits in like early 2000s you could go up and down it.
So we would love to go back on the Montgomery when it's open.
But I think it will take quite some time. So we'd probably end up doing most of the network and then maybe making our way back and doing that bit again.
What about anyone else? If you've been on any canals, what's been your favourite as well?
Don't save the boat, just get the camera. We have
priorities, Ash. Priorities.
I think one of our things in trying to be as sort of honest a representation of narrowboat life as possible is that if something goes wrong, even if we're a bit sad, we do try and grab a camera so that we can capture our sort of raw reaction to it, because I think it's something that is such a big eye-opener for us. And I think when we were first looking into narrowboating, one thing that we really wanted to see more of was that kind of raw reaction and just like really honest sort of like experience of what the ups and the downs are like. So that's kind of a driving force behind like what we want to show in our vlogs.
And we usually have got it ready to go anyway, because we have like a tripod with our phone on it, so it's usually just a matter of pressing the button quickly.
We don't have any fancy cameras yet. We're saving up for one, but at the moment it's just grab your phone out your pocket and start filming.
What was your Chinese takeaway from Chick? I think AA, welcome in as well. I think we replied to the comment, but do you remember what it was?
Yeah, there was a comment.
It'll be on there somewhere.
I think it was just called something like Asian Wok or something like that. It's the one opposite the spa in the center of Chirk. I think there is a comment in that video that does have the answer on it, because we looked it up and then replied to it.
62 degrees in Florida.
Oh
no,
wow.
in Tampa, sorry. Wow.
I don't know what does anyone know what that is in centigrade, Celsius? Because I don't know why.
Oh, yeah.
Fahrenheit really confuses me.
Yeah. I know it's warm though. I know it's very warm winter. Enjoy.
Which has been the best takeaway so far? Oh, that is a good one. This is a tricky one as well, because we were very spoilt where we used to live, in that there were some really, really good vegan ones. So I think it takes some beating to beat those ones.
Welcome in, Sailor, Kevin, and Theme Park as well. Hello, hello. I think the one in Chirk was up there. That was a good one.
That was really good, actually. Yeah.
We like to sample the local chip shops as well. There's been some good chip shops for sure. Yeah. They were very tasty.
Yeah, I don't know. I think, the one in Chirk is definitely up there. That was really good. Oh, actually, another really good one, which I think is in the next vlog, is a place called 800 Degrees.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's called 800 Degrees Pizza.
Yeah.
It is in Stone on the Trent and Mersey. And it's just like this sort of like stone-baked pizza. And that was absolutely amazing. They do these little like garlicky herby potatoes with them, and they were very good. That was so good. Before you go on the Ribble link, watch either Country House Gents or Foxes Afloat's video. It's a fast current.
Oh, okay. So is the Ribble link's a river then, right? I think, yeah. Yeah.
Fast rivers are so scary.
We did the Alrawus crossing, which is apparently a very fast one. So maybe we're like just going in at the deep end quietly. Yeah,
that one was quite scary, wasn't it? We spent ages scoping it out before we did that one. And again, we've got some footage of that for an upcoming vlog as well, so you can see us breaking it as we go across that one.
Sailor and Jay, Merry Christmas from New Jersey, USA. Well, that's amazing. That's so cool. Merry Christmas from the UK. Loved your holiday decorating plate of munchies. I stole the idea for hubby's billiards party. Wow, that's nice. Cool. Yay. I hope they all enjoyed. You always have to have snacks to keep you fueled up.
I think nibbles are like one of the most Christmassy things, just like a spread of nibbles.
Constant.
Kevin says, I only just discovered your channel. I've been binge watching the past 2 days. Happy Christmas. Thank you so much,
Kevin. Thanks, Kevin. That means so much. Welcome in. Thank you so much for watching.
Really glad you're enjoying the vlogs. I guess just for anyone who is here, obviously it is Christmas Eve on Friday, I think.
Yes.
Is it?
We wanted to make not an announcement, but
what we're going to try and do is that obviously we did our Christmas decoration episode at the start of December. And then also we're sort of 6 weeks behind where we actually are. So our Christmas will probably be a little bit late.
We're sorry in advance.
So we'll still try and release the weekly vlog on the Friday. But it won't be sort of that Christmassy themed. We might just sort of chuck in a message at the end. And then you'll have to sort of see how our Christmas went in
we're still getting used to this vlogging thing. And we're trying to catch up with our footage. But you might be watching in February and be like, why are they celebrating Christmas?
We're going to try and make the episodes a little bit longer so that we can catch up a little bit and hopefully get to around 2 to 3 weeks behind, which is a little bit
the long-term plan.
Relevant to where everyone's at.
But apologies if the Christmas content is delayed and it's a little bit confusing. But we didn't want to kind of waste the content. We wanted you still to see our adventure, so it flowed better.
Just bear with. To record your adventures, I can recommend the canal map or diagram by Anna Marie from Narrowboat Minimalist.
We were watching the art video the other day. Thank you,
definitely.
Tim. They look really lovely. We saw some of Anna Marie's art.
We also have this thing. So we haven't actually done it yet, mainly because this is a map for kind of like just plotting adventures. But what we got is a bunch of these little pins and then some blue thread. And the plan was to basically like pin where we've been and then like thread between them to create like a little bit of a map. The only problem is that we couldn't find any like England only ones. So you lose a lot of the size for Scotland and Ireland, which means that it'll be like really tiny over here. But we might try that anyway, just to track our adventures on something.
But no, good shout. Thank you, Tim.
Yeah. Do you enjoy being moored up remote by yourselves or being amongst the community?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I think we like a bit of a mix because I think there'll be some areas where if we just feel very unfamiliar with the space, it's sort of reassuring to know that there are boats nearby, and I think it's always nice to sort of see other people's dogs and just have a little chat about sort of what's coming up and where they've been and what they're doing. But I think at the same time we do quite like our own little space, and I think particularly like if Amy's streaming or something, we're always quite conscious that we'll be making too much noise or something like that. So we'll sort of be a little way away, but I think we like to be sort of near-ish to other boats.
It's always reassuring when we're cruising somewhere new and it's like, there's other boats here, there's other boats. But also generally means if there's other boats there, then it's a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
So that's always a good sign to know. But yeah.
Oh, you saw the Taylor's series on the Montgomery? Yes, it was really good because it is such a beautiful canal, but you can't get down it on a boat. So it was really nice that they walked all the way along it, and it was very far.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really interesting to see their footage of it.
16 degrees Celsius. Oh, so not quite as hot as what I thought it was, but still very hot winter to say it's December.
Yeah, definitely.
That's amazing.
That's about as hot as the majority of our summers are. Alrowas or Alrowas?
Alrowas.
Buy a bigger one and cut it to size. Yeah, that's probably a better idea.
Yeah, and like frame it. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
But if anyone has any questions as well, let us know. We always like answering them on the lines.
Yeah. Also, if you do follow us on any of our socials, we do like to reply to comments and any DMs if you're sort of embarking on narrowboat life and for some reason feel like we can offer any useful tips. That's always nice to see.
Leewood, is it? Leewood, welcome in. Hello.
What is your favourite board game to play on the boat? Wow. Did we
didn't bring it.
Did we not bring it?
No.
Oh, that would have been a good little
We recently got, if you haven't already seen Chugging Along on YouTube, they are fellow narrowboaters and they make vlogs as well. They're really lovely. We love them so much. Check those out. But they have recently released a narrowboat board game. And so we've got that and we're excited to play that. But we haven't actually played it yet. But I think the one that we play on the boat is probably Guess Who.
Yeah.
We really like Guess Who.
Simple, but it's a classic.
Yeah.
And we've got a bunch of others as well, but a lot of them are better for when you've got friends around, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So we've got in one of our other vlogs, we picked up like a Monopoly board game, but it's kind of Monopoly versus small businesses, which we hadn't seen before.
No, it's cool.
But we still haven't played that because that requires more than just two people, and Rufus and Rupee are rubbish at board games, so we can't really play with them.
But yeah, we do love board games. We really love them. For those that like a board game like familiar, I don't know if it's just a UK thing, but there's a board game called Atmosphere, and I've been looking in every single charity shop that we come across for the game Atmosphere. It's just like this DVD board game that I played when I was younger. And I was like, whoa, that's such a cool board game. And then I think we got rid of it and I wanted to buy it again. But apparently it's really rare now. It's rare and I didn't even know. And I just want it to play and everyone's like collecting it and stuff.
It's so typical though, whenever you want something from your childhood and now it's like a collector's item and it costs like 10 times as much as it used to.
It's like, I just want to play it.
Oh, you love board games? What is some of your favourite board games?
We'll have to have a board game night, Tom.
Yeah, definitely. You can come visit the boat and we can just play board games all night. To whereas I've just started working full time from the boat. How do you cope with being on the boat for so many hours in the day? I don't know really. I think because I was just quite used to just sitting at a desk, because my job is literally just sit at a desk constantly anyway. I think my sort of frame has just adapted to being sat down in one space, and I don't know, I just find it quite easy to focus on just like, I'll just zone in completely for the entire time. I think I'm quite lucky in that sense. I think it also helps that there tends to be little things that will break it up throughout the day. So whether that's a fuel boat going past and me suddenly having to like scramble out of the door to kind of help get a load of coal onto the roof, or whether it's just something interesting going past the boat. I think little things like that kind of help break it up a little bit. That definitely helps. But I think the main thing that we did that really, really helps, that sounds really like, I don't know, feels really underwhelming, is just to buy like a really, really comfortable chair. Like, it was one thing that we looked around for quite some time to just pick out one that we were like, yeah, I can sit in this for 8 hours a day without moving. And I'm glad we did, because it definitely makes it a lot easier.
And I think as much as you always moan about it and you're like, I don't want to, taking Rufus out as well for like little lunchtime walks or like a morning walk. Going out on the lunch for like just to get out is really helpful for you too.
Because we take him out in the morning and we take him out in the evening, and then like if it's busy, then Amy will just sort of take him out on her own at lunch. But if not, we'll do something, or in the summer we'll sit on the roof, and that just kind of makes it feel a little bit more, kind of breaks it up a bit more. And then obviously, like typically on a Friday, as soon as I clock out, we're cruising anyway. So that really does help.
How's it going though? Working full time?
I think you would both love Wingspan and Parks.
I've seen Wingspan.
I've not
Blubber played Wingspan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we'll have to look at them. Thank you, Tom. Yes, definitely.
Late Christmas.
Definitely message us for sure.
Are you staying at the Great Northern Basin for Christmas? So the Great Northern Basin, I think, is actually the bit just right near us, isn't it?
Yeah, so we're staying on the Erewash for Christmas.
Yeah.
Just in the general area. We won't say exactly, but just kind of on the Erewash, yes. But we're kind of staying towards Langley Mill at the top end.
Favorite board
but
game
welcome in as well. Is it Foo Canal? Welcome in.
That's quite a good one.
Welcome.
My favorite board game is Connect 4. That is a classic. I find that one really frustrating though, because I feel like it's something that you can strategize for quite well, but then I just get really annoyed if I don't win. Connect 4.
Oh yeah, Connect 4.
I don't know.
It's a good one.
I just find it really irritating when I don't win that one, because it feels like it should be so easy to win.
Like noughts and crosses, isn't it?
Yeah. Depends what kind of the game you like. I'll spam you both on Twitch. That sounds good. Thank you very much, Tom. Will you post in January? Many bloggers seem not to. Oh, really? I wasn't really. Yeah, I think I'm not as familiar with the kind of like vlogging community as Amy is on YouTube. But I think our plans are to just keep going right through. We're still going to try and get one vlog out every Friday at 5:30 UK time. Obviously, if there's something that comes up that causes us to postpone a video or two, then we'll let people know on our socials. But yeah, generally speaking, we're just going to keep going, weekly content.
No plans to stop.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if anyone's noticed, but we do bonus videos every so often. And we still like to get a weekly vlog out at the same time. So we usually post them. We used to post them on the Mondays, but now we've changed it. So every so often we post a bonus video on a Wednesday as well. There's no kind of set schedule for those, because it's just as and when we film, think of an idea and have time to edit it. But so generally some Wednesdays and Fridays we will keep posting.
Yeah, and they're a little bit sporadic. Like Amy says, it depends what footage is available, when we can edit it. But the plan is we've got loads of ideas for these kind of little episodes and like videos that we want to make. And some of them will sort of be series, and some of them will just kind of be like one-off. So yeah, just watch the space, and hopefully you'll like everything that we put out.
I'm just going to check the boat batteries one sec.
All right. Cluedo is your favourite board game? Yes, that is a classic. I always really enjoy Cluedo as well. In fact, I've not played that in ages, but that is a really good one. I couldn't live on a boat, no gamer chairs. Yeah, to be fair, if you tried to fit a gaming chair onto a narrowboat, it would just take up the entire space. And also, wheels on a narrowboat is not such a good idea, particularly with a laminate floor. I think you would struggle to stay at your desk at times. Dakinek says, makes sense. I was used to being out and about for work. Love seeing the water whenever I want, though. Okay, yeah. So I think for me, the difference is that I worked in an office, so I would just be staring at screens all day, every day anyway. So I was kind of conditioned to that. And then when work from home started, I was just sat in our sort of games room, just staring at monitors all day. So it wasn't too hard for me to transition onto that.
BB, this is live chat. Welcome in. Hello.
Did you more about Aroas and go for a walk? There was a very pretty village. I was there.
Yeah, it's the one that we went through, and it was really nice. I think, Julie, we were so stressed about going across the river because it was when we went across, it was on yellow.
It was actually quite near the red. So
yeah.
For anyone that doesn't know, the rivers are constantly rated between green, yellow, and red as to how kind of high the water level is and how safe it is to cross. And green is like perfectly fine, go whenever you want. Yellow is like just proceed with caution, and red is don't go. And it was towards the upper end of yellow.
You two, Sharon, you two enjoy. Thank you so much for joining in. Sorry.
So when we went across the Aroas, it was really near the red, but still in the yellow. And because we were freaking out because it was our first experience with the river, we were just like, right, let's just go, let's just get across. But yeah, passing through the village was
really lovely. Really but we probably might, because that bit is like on a very bit there where we think we'll probably be back. So we can definitely take it a lot slower when we're more experienced, for sure.
Yeah. Did you meet Holly, the cafe boat on the Trent Lock? So we went past them, didn't we?
We didn't say hello because we were cruising, but yeah, we saw them. It was very exciting. It's such a beautiful boat. Yeah. If you haven't already, check Holly the cafe boat out on YouTube as well. Another fellow boat YouTuber, and it's a little floating boat.
Yeah.
Boat cafe, a little floating boat. They all a little floating boat cafe, and I don't know how they do it. But they moved 2 boats at once as a couple. So it's very impressive.
It's going well. Thank you. Love being able to continuously cruise rather than having to stay in one place for work. Yeah, I definitely find that's a massive kind of bonus for me. I think for me, just staring at screens all day and then just seeing the same environment was quite demoralizing. And for me, being able to continuously cruise and constantly see new stuff just kind of gives you so much more capacity to handle anything that work might throw at you.
Yeah.
Definitely a big bonus.
Thank you, Ash. Welcome in, Dava. Would you ever want to live on a wide beam, and would you be worried about driving it? Or do you think you are more capable now? Love your vids and your true look at canal life. Welcome in. Thank you so much. That means so much to us. We were talking about this the other day, weren't we? Because we've recently been seeing wide beams, and we've never really been in close encounters of them. We've never been past one before. So it was very exciting for us to see a wide beam. For those that don't know, a wide beam is basically a narrowboat, but it's like double the width of a narrowboat. So they're kind of like stretched. They're still the similar lengths that you can have, but they're basically the size of twice as wide. But we were saying, because they're restricted in some parts of the network, I think for us, we really love the narrowboat because we want to go everywhere we possibly can. It's one of the reasons why we also got a 50-foot boat, is so that we could go everywhere on the network that we could. And I think once we've done that and we've kind of explored everywhere, and maybe we were still wanting to stay on the boat long term and we were looking to settle down or something, I think maybe we would consider it in the future. But I think we definitely want to do everywhere we could first on a narrowboat and kind of see everywhere.
I think I would be worried about driving it. Because
you can answer the driving.
I just think I don't, because when I'm driving the narrowboat, because it's narrow, you can lean and you can basically see either side quite easily. But for a wide beam with twice the width, I just don't know how people handle it. It's such a giant thing, particularly to drive from the back. I've got, just mountains of respect for anyone that can drive a wide beam because I think it looks really hard. But I've never had to go on one, so it might be a lot easier than you'd think. But yeah, I would be worried about driving it. Have you ever been abroad? So I think, we've been to quite a few different places. Even before we met, we've been on sort of several kind of family holidays. But together, we've got even some of our photos here on our wall from some of our trips. We've always enjoyed adventuring, so whenever we could, we'd sort of save up and then go on a holiday. And I think one of our favourite things to do would be to just pick a sort of random city.
City breaks were definitely our favourite.
And just explore that for between 4 days to a week. So we've got one where we went to Copenhagen because for a while I was working there. I wasn't working there, but we were working with a company, and I'd be flying there once a month,
all the time. You'd be there at some point, once a week, pretty much, for weeks straight.
But one of the benefits was I went on a 3-week work trip. So Amy flew over to meet me, and on the weekend that she was there, we just spent ages just riding around the city centre on bikes, and it was amazing. So that's where that's from. And then we have one from our visits to the US. We went to Washington, D.C., North Carolina, and New York City. And that was just an incredible trip. That was about 2 weeks long. But that one was from Asheville in North Carolina, which was near to where my sister lives, who lives over in the States. And then the bottom one is from a trip that we had to Iceland, which was just incredible. So yeah, we saw. I have no idea I can't remember what that waterfall's called.
It's big one.
It's one of the other ones, isn't it? I think.
No, I think it might be called.
It's something like that.
It's the biggest one in
Iceland.
Big one. We should remember
the big Icelandic waterfall. So we have been abroad to lots of different places, and I think we'd. I don't think that'll ever go away. I think we always want to travel around more.
Yeah, for sure. Where do you see yourself after 6 years and a half?
That's a tricky one. That's a very interview question.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
I don't know. Really don't know. Originally, we said we'd maybe live on the narrowboat for 3 years, 3 years, and explore everywhere. Maybe at this rate, I feel like we'll still be on the boat.
Yeah, I suspect that might be the case. I think
we love it so much. We love the canals, and
taking the plunge onto the boat has really kind of shifted our priorities, I think. So I think before, if someone had asked me sort of what my 5 and 10 year plan was, I'd sort of be almost quite career focused and be I want to do this and this and this and this. Now I think I don't know, but I like that I don't know. I think we'll just see what we feel like doing and do that next.
Yeah. It isn't Christmas in our home unless we play Scotland Yard.
Oh, is that a board game?
Ooh.
That sounds interesting.
We'll have to look.
That's a police force, right? Scotland Yard.
I don't know.
I think.
I'm not very
I might have got that completely wrong.
I live local to where you are. Be careful leaving the error wash in January. YouTube can fleet floods and Sorley floods. Oh, floods.
You have search Cronfleet floods and Sorley floods.
Okay. I see. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen pictures. I don't know why I did it, to be fair. But also welcome in, Paul. Hello, thank you so much for your lovely message and for watching the vlogs. On the way in, I don't know why I was doing it. I think it was the night before we were going on the river. I was so scared. I was sat up, and it was 4 a.m. in the morning, and I was just searching there's a narrowboat owners Facebook page where boaters communicate and stuff, and I don't know why I just searched the river and floods because we were scared, and there was all these pictures that came up.
Why would you do
all
that?
these pictures that came up, and I was oh, okay, but it was really helpful because I kind of knew what to expect, and I was but yeah, we'll
definitely have to look up to those just to play it safe as well, though. I think because For anyone who doesn't know, the Erewash Canal is a dead-end one that goes straight onto a river. So I think it's very prone to flooding.
Yeah.
So we do need to be really careful, and if needs be, we'll stay sort of up here.
We're taking it
for a
slow
while.
for sure. Or we'll make the short journey back onto the Trent and Mersey.
Yeah.
And then go from there.
Yeah.
But thank you for the heads up for sure.
Love the vlogs and always look forward to them. Thank you so much, Paul. That really does mean so much to us. We absolutely love putting them out, so it's really nice that people are enjoying them. What is your favourite Christmas film? Like, yours is easy, surely.
Mine's After Christmas, and Wes always never lets me watch After Christmas because he always says that it's not a very good film, but I really like it. It's such a cool film.
My problem is that I don't think I really like rewatching films I've already seen, and obviously Christmas films, that's what everyone does.
You have to
rewatch
Christmas
the
films.
exact same films over and over again. If I had to pick, I think to be fair, I really enjoyed is it Office Party? What was that one?
Yeah, that was quite good.
That was a good one. That was on Netflix. I think if I was going to pick like a more like traditional one, I think something like Home Alone feels
I've never
quite
seen Home
nostalgic to
Alone.
me. So maybe that one, even though it is the epitome of like cringy comedy. But it's a classic, isn't it?
What about everyone? What's your favourite Christmas film?
Yeah, that is a great question.
Good question, Paul.
What is the favourite shampoo for you both? Well, for me, don't know if you can tell, I don't have much use for shampoo. I tend to just grab whatever's on the shelf because minimal upkeep on this luscious head of hair. What about yours?
Hi, Northern Narrowboaters. Also, welcome in Cool Bagels. My favourite shampoo. I mean, for those that don't know, this is I have psoriasis, so I have to be careful what shampoo. We're fully answering this question. We are dedicated people.
Yeah.
I have this one called Plain and Simple, and it's very
What's the
it's
company?
no chemicals and stuff.
Yeah. Because what we like to do, wherever we can, obviously it's a little bit trickier on a narrowboat, but there are quite a lot of eco-friendly shops that we'll see along the way that just have refill stations. And they're our absolute favourite because it's minimal plastic and all the rest of it. So we'll go along with our bottles and kind of fill them up.
Yeah.
And there's one company that most of them do that is also very kind of like not chemically.
Yeah, it's called Minimal, I think. Plain and Simple, Minimal or something.
Something like that. Don't really know. That one.
Sailor says, is it difficult to find good Wi-Fi signal so you can work? Whereas you can answer that one.
Generally speaking, no, but there are patches on the network that can be a little bit of a sort of dead spot. So particularly when we were doing North Wales, that was trickier in a lot of places. We'd sort of be getting by, or I'd be in meetings and it would kind of like start lagging a bit. But since we've started heading east and we're kind of more around closer to towns and cities, it's been way easier to find Wi-Fi signal. I'd say probably like had in the house, so we can get over 100 meg down.
Mm-hmm.
Occasionally you will get one where this morning and move on a bit, or we just have to sort of figure this out or go a bit longer than we intended to, which does mean occasionally saying goodbye to a really nice mooring, but obviously still working full time. We've got to sort of make sure that our priorities are aligning with that as well.
Yeah. Just for an example, right now we're in a pretty standard spot. This is pretty typical. We've got 43 megabits down and 11 megabits up. Mm-hmm. So pretty good. 11 bits, megabytes, bits. Pretty good. Yeah, Julie, they really can be scary. I think it's just because so much more can go wrong. I think that's what it is. One about rivers.
The way that we always see rivers is that for us, the canals feel like the A and the B roads, and the rivers feel like suddenly ending up on a motorway.
Yeah, for sure.
In the peak sort of like rush hour.
Northern Narrowboaters, we're pals on Insta, yes. What's been your favourite mooring?
Ooh.
Good question.
That is a tough one.
I think mine has to be either Westport Lake.
Mm-hmm.
That was such a lovely one. I loved that so much. Or in Ellesmere.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
We loved Ellesmere. We spent loads of time in Ellesmere. And there's a place just outside where where we met Dave.
Where was that? It was near the
Poachers
pub,
there's
wasn't it?
there's a Poachers pub. It's near the spa.
Round that bit.
And it's really lovely, that bit. That was probably one of my two tops.
Yeah, I'd say same.
Blake Mere was also a good one. That was beautiful. It's this huge, like,
terrible internet though.
Terrible internet, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know where else. I really enjoyed the Llangollen Basin. It was quite busy there, and I think we just sort of missed the peak busyness for that. But that was really nice. You had some really nice views as well. I did also really like, apart from having to deal with the Shroppy Shelf, in one of our vlogs when we stayed on that stretch for a short time, the view there was incredible because you could see so far across all the little towns in the distance. So that's definitely up there as well. We're loving the boat life too. Will either be a wide beam or a cabin in the woods for us. Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Cabin in the woods sounds amazing.
Although I think I'd be more scared about a cabin in the woods than on the canals.
I think cabin in the woods in the daytime.
Yeah, it sounds beautiful.
Yeah, in the nighttime when you've got all, I don't know, like scraggly branches and everything, that sounds really scary. But I guess you just get used to it.
Most genuine on here. Love to you both. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
That means so much. Love to you as well. Thank you, Bagels. Hello. How are you doing today? Thank you so much.
When we see you on the cut, we will buy you a beer or 10. Oh,
thank you.
Definitely come and say hello to us, though. That would really mean a lot.
If anyone
to us.
sees us, we love it when people say hi.
Yeah.
So for sure.
Cranfleet and Soy flood every January. There's even a vlog where one guy was trying to smash open the Cranfleet floodgates. Mel and Paul Monroe's vlog at Sawley shows the pontoons 3 foot underwater.
Oh, wow.
So is that when the pontoons are all the way up and then it's flooded over the top of that?
I saw terrifying. The thing at Sawley Marina was flooded. That looked really scary.
Yeah. I can't believe someone was trying to smash open the floodgates, though. Like, why would you ever do that? They're there for a reason.
Yeah. Also, just a quick one. If you are enjoying, please give us a thumbs up as well whilst you're watching. It really, really helps. So thank you so much.
Home Alone 2 is your favourite Christmas film of all time. Yes, I think 1 and 2 were really good. And then, is it 3? One of them they stopped using Macaulay Culkin and they used someone else. And it just didn't do it. It wasn't the same, no. Also, I think 2 is the one that features Donald Trump as like a cameo. That's really weird. Have you ever experienced any antisocial behaviour when you've been asleep? It always worries us. So it is something, to be fair, that we are, I think, more on edge than we need to be about. But I think it's because we spent so long kind of in the middle of nowhere moorings, and we're still kind of getting used to the busier places where it's more built up. We haven't experienced any personally, touch wood. I'm sure we will at some point, but so far so good. I think the closest we've come to was just when we were cruising and it was getting dark,
the day.
And there were some kids messing around with one of the bridges. They actually went away from the bridge when we came through and then went back under it, and they were lighting fireworks off underneath it. Yeah,
so we were cruising, and behind us we heard a massive bang and a massive
flash, wasn't it?
Flash, and they like set off a firework, aimed it at the bridge, and then it was like, which was really sad because there was swans and ducks around. So
yeah,
that's probably the closest we've got.
But we haven't had any yet, thankfully. I know there are obviously a lot of people that sort of say that kids will come in and tie their boats and things, so we just try and pick up on as many tips as we can to sort of de-incentivize that. So like never tying to the kind of rings or the bollards on the side, but always tying it back to your boat, because that way if someone steps on it to try and untie it, you'll feel the boat moving. That sort of thing. We just try and be as sort of cautious as we can, but so far it was something that really worried us, and we haven't had any problems with it at all.
And the good thing about having a dog as well is if anyone pretty much, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad.
Yeah.
But if anyone walks past the boat, even on the towpath, Rufus can hear them and he will bark. And also when someone steps on the boat, you can really feel it like tilt, especially if everything else is still. And when that happens, Rufus also barks. So that's a massively reassuring for sure.
Your favorite Christmas film is Elf. That is
Elf's
a great
good one,
choice.
Nick.
I do love
Yeah,
Elf.
I love Elf.
Yeah.
We need to watch that this year. We haven't watched it yet.
That is one of the few as well that I'm all right with rewatching because it's Will Ferrell, isn't it?
Muppets Christmas Carol. We haven't seen that either.
I don't think I've ever seen that. I was absolutely terrified of the Muppets as a child. I was terrified of most things, but things with googly eyes in particular freaked me out.
Maybe not.
I'm fine with it now.
Thank you for letting us know about that, Nick. I will stop with the speed checks.
Every time someone says internet, he was like, ooh.
Well, I just thought it'd be cool to show, but that makes sense that it would draw all the internet. So sorry about that.
Hey guys, love watching your show. Merry Christmas, James and Karina. Hello.
Welcome
Thank you so
James
much for watching all our videos. We really, really appreciate it. Everyone who likes, supports, subscribes, and even just watches, it really does mean so much to us. We absolutely love reading all your comments. It's definitely one of my favorite things of this whole experience.
For sure. Grizzly Anderson, welcome in as well. Merry Christmas to you.
Nick's pushing to convert a bus. That's really cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
I think one thing, if we were to ever leave a narrowboat, is that we would consider doing van life. It's something that we did think about before getting a narrowboat, but obviously traveling around Europe at the moment is a little bit trickier to do, or at least a bit more in flux as to what the rules are. But I think that might be something that we would consider as well.
Yeah.
There's a couple called Charlie and Lauren, another sort of little shout out. If you haven't heard of them, they have some amazing vlogs on van life, and they also live on a narrowboat. Yeah,
so they have their base as their narrowboat, and then they have a van that they go traveling in the UK with, and then they also go on lots of trips as well. So that looks really cool. But yeah, good luck with the bus conversion.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Sounds brilliant.
We've seen a lot of people that will take those sort of American school buses and
convert Bagel those. Said they wanted to do that.
Yeah, and that would be really cool to do.
Yeah.
What are your Christmas plans? So at the moment, we're sort of trying to figure out, well, we're split between both of our families. Everyone's kind of dotted around. So the current plan is that we spend Christmas morning as our little family on the boat for the first time. And then we're going to go over to Amy's mum's house and spend the rest of the day there. And then on Boxing Day, we're going to head down south and visit my mum and sister.
And then just chilling after that, pretty much, aren't we?
Yeah, just packing in as many snacks as we possibly can.
And then I think we're spending New Year with some friends.
Yeah.
What about you, Bagels? I think I might have asked you before, but
are you going to head to Nottingham and then on to Newark? I don't know, actually.
That is one of the other ways out of here. So I think it's Sheffield, Nottingham.
It's so rubbish. There's Sheffield, Birmingham, and then I think Nottingham. I don't know.
But yeah, we do plan on going through there for sure. For sure, Fu.
Yeah.
And I know you just tried to send the vlog. Thank you. I think YouTube automatically blocks the links, but we will check it out after this and scare ourselves a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I've had to move to the boat because of kids trying to fool us. Oh, thinking there was a fire. Oh, really?
Oh. We've heard things like kids climbing on the roof and taking pictures and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
So that sucks, Tim. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it is useful that dog barks because Rufus also has quite a loud bark.
Yeah, he sounds.
Even though he's quite small, it's quite loud and it's quite easy to set him off. So I think that does work in our favour, even though it can give us a bit of a headache. We've also heard that if you're more up in cities, quite innocently, but some people don't realise that the narrowboats are kind of people's homes. So some people think that they're a bit of an attraction, and so they'll come out of the bars and the pubs and they'll sort of sit on the roof and then
take pictures and stuff like that.
And then you have to say, sorry, this is actually my home.
So to be fair, we are quite nervous about going to London.
Yeah. Move to the US and be van lifers or something. It could Could happen.
Could happen,
It could
bagels.
happen. Who knows? I'm stuck with my grandma on Christmas Eve, but she's a nut, and I'm not looking forward to it. But then Christmas Day with Darren's family will be lovely.
I hope it goes all right, bagels.
I'm sure it'll be
Look
fine.
forward to Christmas Day and
Yeah.
enjoy.
For van life, it's worth looking up John and Mandy on YouTube. They are currently on a massive adventure abroad and dealing with the
the
whole Brexit thing. Is it?
Yeah, well, it's kind of like you have like a zone. I think this is what you mean, Keith. What they're dealing with. That's what kind of put us off. Is you can't go for as long as you want now. You have to be like in the Shergan zone for like 30 days, then you have to leave the Shergan zone for 90 and then go back in the Shergan zone for like 90, then 30 and stuff like that. So you can't like go as like free-willed as you wanted to before. It's still definitely possible, but yeah, seems a lot more stressful. Time to unwind. Welcome in. Hello.
Will there be kids in your future or just fur babies? That is a question and a half. So I think fur babies are probably always going to be a part of our lives. We absolutely love animals and love pets. As much of a nuisance they can sometimes be, easily worth it in our opinion. So that's definitely going to be the case.
I think we'd want to foster some more as well. We fostered a dog before we moved onto the boat during the first lockdown. That was so rewarding. We loved that. So probably doing that again.
As for kids, who knows? I think it's open, isn't it?
We would like to, if we ever were to maybe look at kids, we were hopefully going down the route of adoption or fostering as well. But yeah, who knows? No plans as of yet for at least 10, 20 years. Who knows?
Who did you watch on YouTube before buying your boat, and do you still follow them? So I think one of our absolute biggest inspirations was Cruising Alba. I'm sure if you're sort of a fan of narrowboat vloggers, you've probably already heard of them. They're just a really cool couple. They're really wholesome. Their videos are so lovely and aesthetic. I'm very jealous of them. Yeah, they were definitely one of our biggest inspirations. And whenever we were sort of like thinking about our dream before we got the boat and trying to sort of just get ourselves motivated, we would always just sit down and watch one of their episodes. And yeah, absolutely, we've still watched every single vlog that they've put out to this day. Absolutely love them, because
they were kind of as well the ones that we were most similar to, I think, which is why we maybe related to them so much, is because they were like also a young couple,
work full time.
Obviously they also had a loan like we did, so yeah, we just kind of related to them a lot. But also we watched Foxes, still watch the Foxes. We watched Chugging Along, Tim and Sam, we still watch those, of course. Cruising the Cut's videos were obviously just really helpful in terms of like educational. I think we did a lot of our research through Cruising the Cut. And
Heidi the Narrowboat Pirate.
The Narrowboat Pirate is somebody that we've met since moving onto the boat, but we love those.
Yeah, she's great.
Who else did we watch beforehand?
I think those were the main ones. I think if anything, we now watch more.
Yeah,
channels.
We definitely watch more than we did beforehand.
So we watch all of Taylor's. We watch Cruising Crafts. Who else is there?
Holly the Cafe Boat. I watch.
Yeah.
Also, they're a TikTok account, so it's not actually on YouTube, but there's a TikTok account called Zoe on the Cut, and Zoe lives in London on their narrowboat, and they were answered a lot of questions for us that were just like, they did like Q&As and stuff, so it was like, how do you empty your bins? And they just made like a quick 30-second video to answer that was really helpful.
Cruising Kuzma as well. But there's another one.
Yeah, they're on TikTok.
Scottish one, isn't it? Yeah, loads of them, and we definitely still follow them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say Alba's probably our main inspiration.
Yeah, at the start.
Yeah. If you go through knots, the only water point is in Castle Marina. Okay. There's one at the very end before the river. It's not easy getting into the marina.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Thank you very much for the heads up on that.
Are you also a boater?
Yeah, that'll come in really handy.
I keep trying to say your username, but you keep nearly catching me out. I'll say Fu. Are you also a boater, Fu? Because you know a lot about the area. I know you said you lived locally, but that's really cool. Thank you.
Have you ever been to a theme park? So,
Go on.
I am terrified of rides. If it's anything to do with thrill seeking, then I enjoy anything where I'm in control. So the idea of I did like a stunt driving experience. Love that when I was driving. Hated it when I was a passenger. I hate roller coasters. I can't handle them. I find general life scary enough. I do not understand why people deliberately put themselves into a scary situation. I don't get a kick out of it at all. However, Amy absolutely loves theme parks.
I love them so much.
So we did go to Alton Towers one time, and we didn't go on any of the scary rides because I can't handle them. Amy was very patient with me and just sort of went round on all the little tiny easy ones. But yeah, I think it's something that you'd probably want to do more, but I am still terrified of.
I love them. I would go on any ride pretty much whatsoever, but funnily enough, I wouldn't do a stunt driving thing. So
yeah.
What about you, Lee?
Whatever happened to this narrowboat adventure? I'm not sure.
I don't think we were familiar with that channel before. No, we didn't watch them. Oh, another one that we watched, Boating and Beyond.
Yeah, that was on Poppy.
Yeah.
Boating
and Beyond we watched a lot too.
But they sold their narrowboat, so can't follow them anymore.
I think they're keeping their channel live though, but I'm not sure what they're going to do next.
Yeah. Hopefully at some point we'll see them again, because we did really like their channel.
Yeah. Helen says, have you any other hobbies or crafts that you do or would like to if you have the time?
I have an endless list. I think something that I'm quite guilty of is wanting to be able to do everything all the time.
Yes.
So things that I can think of off the top of my head. I used to play guitar a lot. I would like to pick that up more. I really want to learn British Sign Language.
Yeah, we both want to learn that.
I'd really like to learn another language, such as Japanese or Russian or something like that. I just think that would be really interesting. Another thing that I would like to do is make my own small game. So something that my day-to-day job basically is making kind of big AAA games as part of a big team. But I'd really like to just do like a personal project at some point. But it does take a lot of kind of effort and time to do. So I still haven't got around to it, but someday I'd like to. Other than that, hobbies-wise, I guess... Yeah, editing for me is a hobby. I've really enjoyed learning it. So that's something that just kind of keeps me busy. And yeah, I don't know. I quite like just the odd crossword or two.
Yeah, Wes has got a crossword book. I mainly play games as my hobby, I think. For those that don't know, I stream on Twitch, which is like a gaming majority gaming platform. I play a lot of games as my kind of like hobby. I absolutely love them. But also I kind of used to do a little bit of cross stitching. And it was one of those things. It's like when I'm on the boat, I'm gonna be this cross stitch like queen. I'll be cross stitching every day. I'll be chilling, doing all the crossword, all the cross stitching, and I love it. But I haven't bought them out yet. So cross stitching, maybe Helen, I would like to get back into for sure.
I'd also like to do a little bit more drawing as well. I come from quite an arty family, and my two older sisters, are crazy talented at art. So I'd like to get back to sort of doing a few more doodles as well. That'd be nice.
Wes is also crazy talented at art. He is. Maybe we could share some of your art one time.
Maybe.
He's shy.
What is your worst boat chore? That is a very good question.
Worst boat chore.
The worst boat chore.
Trying to think. I think doing the shopping.
Everyone always shouts at us for not having a granny trolley. We will invest in one at some point, but carrying the shopping back, I know it's very avoidable if we did get a granny trolley. For some reason, we still don't have one. But yeah, that's
The
definitely
shopping's up there. Like, funnily enough, like the toilets and the water isn't that bad.
Yeah, I'm pretty
We don't
used to them
mind
now.
that.
Yeah, don't mind them.
Having to go outside to get coal in the winter, if we've run out of coal in our coal bucket inside and it's freezing cold at night and we just want to go to bed and we have to go out on the stern or even go and get another coal bag from the roof, we have to put our shoes on, put our coat on, or just go out in our pajamas and fill the coal bucket up. That's not very fun. So that's probably up there, isn't it?
It sounds really bad as well, but at night time, just before we go to bed and you're getting all really sleepy, letting Rufus out for a week
that's true.
at night when it is really cold,
because
is a chore. It's really annoying to do.
Because we see other dogs that are really well behaved and their owners can just like open the back door and the dog toddles out, has a wee and comes back inside. We used to be able to do that in the house because we would just let him out on the back garden because it was secure. But now, because Rufus chases everything, he chases squirrels, we just wouldn't trust him. We have to get him on his lead at night and physically go outside. So that's up there too, time to unwind.
Bagel said, "You and I are so much alike, it makes me laugh." Yay! It's reassuring to know I'm not alone with all my weird quirks. Fu says, "My name's Rob. I used to live at Castle Marina. My old boat featured on a narrowboat experience, homebrew boat called Ariander.
Oh, amazing!
Oh, that sounds really cool. I was on one of Captain Gary Phillips' vlogs, and I'm looking to return."
Oh, amazing! Nice. Good luck on your return.
Yeah, that would be really good.
We haven't actually watched any of Captain Gary Phillips, but we've seen
him crop
seems
up
to be a little celebrity in the boating community. So maybe we should definitely check him out.
I love theme parks. My favorite one is Alton Towers. I would go on all the roller coasters.
I've been to Alton Towers so many times, Leewood, and I love it too. It's such a good theme park.
The worst part for Amy, though, as a ride lover and me as a profound ride hater, is that I can't even handle knowing that Amy is on a ride. So it's not even like I'll just hold the bags at the bottom because I'll just be there freaking out, flooded with anxiety about Amy being on a ride and being unsafe. So it's like doubly worse. I can't just leave her to it. Yeah. And even when we walked around Alton Towers and Amy was sort of pointing out roller coasters and being like, "Oh, I've been on that one. Oh, I'd gone on that one." And I was just looking at them, just freaking out and getting really sweaty, just thinking, how does anyone do this? It's terrifying.
Can I show?
Yeah.
This is I hope this hasn't affected the connection, but this is some of Wes's digital art that Tom is talking about. Wes did this.
I painted that for my mum last year. This is painted digitally as well. It's painted on Photoshop with a graphics tablet.
So Wes does these with graphics tablets.
I haven't done very many though.
He's very, very talented. He downplays it massively.
I haven't done one in ages.
Here's one of me that he did when I used to have my long hair. Sorry about the reflection. But yeah, he's very good.
Bit out of practice.
Little Wesley's little game might make an appearance soon, Tom. Who knows?
What editing software do you like the best? So for me personally, I like Adobe Premiere Pro. Because for me, it's got a really good balance between easy enough to pick up, but has some cool stuff that you can do in it. I know a lot of people really like After Effects, but that to me just blows my mind. It's terrifying. There's so many buttons and like crazy things that you can do with it. I don't know how to use it. So at the moment, Premiere Pro. I've heard Final Cut Pro is similar on Mac, but yeah, I've not used that one personally.
Narrowboat Luna Betty, welcome in. We are not vegan, but we will do in Veganuary. Our dog is very sensitive to food, so we do not want to put her on a vegan diet. Is Rufus vegan? Not judging, just wondering how easy it is. Rufus is not vegan, so we're vegan. We're pretty chill about it. We like to kind of say, "Oh, this new chicken is really nice," but we don't really like to kind of I don't know, like push it onto too many people, but definitely not the pets is one thing that we don't do.
Yeah.
We feed him meat. He has kind of meat treats, meat, because we think that it's kind of, we just try and feed them as natural and as close to their natural diet as possible. I think it can be possible with kind of like the new food that comes out now, but we prefer to just kind of keep him to what he's used to.
Yeah, I'd say that the only thing for us is that we can be quite sensitive to some of the smells, so we just try and avoid the more smelly foods for him. But yeah, he is also quite fussy with his food, and there's no way that for us personally it would feel right to kind of force him onto something else. So yeah, for us it's a personal choice, but Rufus is not one, in our opinion, that could opt into that. Therefore, we will just feed him whatever we feel is most kind of natural. But I know there are some people that make it work, and fair play to them as well.
But yeah, good luck with Veganuary. Enjoy it, and don't be harsh on yourself.
Yeah.
Just enjoy tasting all the new food.
Yeah.
And giving it a go. But also welcome in. I hope you're doing well, Luna Betty.
Can you both please sing a Christmas song?
I don't know. What would one come to mind? We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. There you go.
That'll do. Amy took a one for the team.
Yeah, Tim and Helen, we do need a trolley. Annoyingly, we have got a trolley, but it's like not really a shopping trolley. It's just more of like for doing the cassettes and stuff. But it's just storing it, and like sometimes we can never be bothered to take the trolley out of the gas locker, so we just kind of deal with it.
I don't know why we're just really weirdly reluctant to get one. I know it makes so much sense and it's incredibly logical, and if we had one we'd be like,
this is the best thing
why
ever.
did we do this earlier? But for some reason it's just like, no, we'll just get the bags, we'll deal with it. And then every time we're carrying it home, we're like, oh, we really need one of those.
Food, don't worry. We think it's really funny, and usually we would say it, no problem. We're not, but it's just we don't want YouTube to shout at us. That's all. We have to. There's certain rules on the YouTube live, so we don't want to say it just to. We don't want to get in trouble. But
it is a great.
It's
name.
a great
I haven't
name.
Seen that one
we
as
love
well.
it.
Premiere Pro is so expensive, but I miss it. Yeah, the Adobe products can be really expensive. What items would you have if you weren't on a boat? Ooh.
Jenny, welcome in as well. Hello.
I know one for you.
What?
An ice maker.
An ice machine, Jenny. I'd have a countertop ice machine and have it making my ice 24/7.
Just funnel it straight into your mouth.
It'd be great. But I think I would keep my gaming setup. We've said before, but we were both huge gamers. So we had in our old house a double desk setup where we both had 3 monitors each. Yeah. We had big chairs,
big gaming PCs, loads of power,
full desks each.
Yeah.
Now we share a desk and we only have our laptops. So that would be the thing that I would pretty much get back instantly if we had more room, I think.
I think for me as well, a big TV if I was in a house. I think the nice thing is, because we're on a boat and obviously you can never be more than that far away from anything really when you're sat on the sofa. So we don't need a big TV because it would probably be too big from the distance you are away from it. But in the house, I think we had a 60-inch one.
Yeah.
And that was one of my pride and joys. So if we were back in a house, I think a big TV would be up there.
I'll catch up with the chat, but I just want to say bye, Tom. Thank you so much for hanging out. Enjoy the rest of your evening and all of the cheese. The stream and the vlogs are like you've been doing it for years. Both are very talented. Thank you so much. That's super sweet. Enjoy your Christmas. We wanted to kind of give in a little a quick one to say that after this stream, this is our kind of, we're gonna wind down for Christmas after this. The vlog will still be live every Friday, don't worry, but we might not be as active on our social medias, and we might be a little bit slower replying to comments while we just have some downtime. But yeah, don't worry, vlogs will still be live, and we will get around to all of your lovely comments, but we might just be a little bit quieter while we chill out. But yeah, enjoy your Christmas, Tom.
Also, just a super quick one before Tom goes, if you haven't already seen our vlog, I can't remember which episode it is, but it's the one called Leaving the Llangollen. At the end of that, when we do the little montage, that is the Tom Didsbury whose music plays over that last bit.
He's an incredibly talented music artist.
Yeah, so the link to his EP is in the description of that video if you are interested in hearing some of his accent music. Do you drink alcohol, and if so, what's your favourite tipple?
Northern narrowboaters, I'm sorry, we've got some bad news. We don't actually drink alcohol. We recently stopped maybe like a year ago. And we just usually have the we still have the alcohol-free Copperbergs sometimes. They were really nice. And I used to love all of the flavored gins. But for now, Pepsi Max is our favorite tipple.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, we still quite like the sort of there's the alcohol-free gins.
Yeah, it's all right.
We've got a couple of those, and yeah, like Amy said, the sort of fruity ciders that are vegan and alcohol-free are probably the ones that we go for.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been vegan for? So I've been vegan for about 5 years, over 5 years, 5 years, like 4 months or something. And I think you're about 9 now, aren't you?
Yeah, 9 years.
So Amy was vegan before we met, and sowed a seed in my brain. And yeah, I think I've not looked back either. So yeah, proudly over 5 years for me.
Welcome in, Sheila. Thank you so much for your lovely comment. Thank you so much. We were looking at Dutch barges.
Yeah, we were talking about that the other day, weren't we?
We said we think our transition would be if this is maybe like long term in the distance, just looking into it, but narrowboat, wide beam, Dutch barge, houseboat. That's like the order of size. But Dutch barges just I think they've just got so much character. We love them so much. They look amazing.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, I think you can go on the ocean on those.
That's scary.
Wes is like, nope.
Open water for me is terrifying as well. I really don't. As I said, I'm scared of a lot of things, and the idea of not knowing what's underneath me is terrifying. So on like a river, it's scary. On a canal, less scary. It's normally just a shopping trolley. But in the sea, when there's big things with brains and grabby limbs,
there's fish in the canal.
Teeth, that's scary. But yeah, maybe someday.
I know, Northern narrowboaters, we always make jokes that we're just like so annoying. We're vegan and we don't drink alcohol.
Everyone else as well on the cut seems to navigate between pubs, and they'll always recommend pubs to go to, and then we're just like,
tell us where the chip shops are.
Where's the chip?
Give us the chips. We want the down low. But yeah, we still like visiting all the pubs. But mainly definitely for the food. Yeah. We're big foodies, if you haven't already told. If you can't already tell.
If I didn't hate the idea of aquafaba, I think I could be vegan, but I love sweets and pastries, and those are so filled with egg.
Oh yeah, bagels. Yeah. I hate aquafaba too, don't worry. It's so like, I think if you can't tell it's there, it's all right. But if it's like the only ingredient in it, then it can be a little bit like, it tastes like earth.
I think particularly over here, like even the pastries and the sweets don't tend to have that much egg in them. I think most of the time we're caught out by milk, but a lot of them will just use vegetable fats. So there are quite a lot over here that we can get, and they have like the ready roll pastry and stuff like that that we'll sometimes use. We love you to bits. We will hunt some vegan alcohol-free.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much.
You don't have to say obviously exactly giveaway, but whereabouts are you at the minute, Northern narrowboaters? I'm going to check the batteries on the boat.
Yeah, that's true.
We've been on charge this whole time.
Yeah, it's still something that we're kind of wary of, particularly because we've just got a new fridge. And we're figuring out how much power it draws, so we're playing it a little bit extra safe with how much power we use.
We're on 11.3. We always call the inverter the random number generator, because one of us will be like, just check the batteries, because we haven't installed our battery monitor yet. So we'll be like, check the random number generator, and it'll just say a random number, and then it'll either be like, or we'll be like, okay.
So we bought a battery monitor when we were still in Swanley Bridge Marina, so in our first month of having the boat. But it turns out that our battery setup is really annoying to fit the battery monitor into. So I won't go into the boring details of it. But basically, to fit it, we're probably going to need someone who knows a little bit more about what they're doing to figure out how we can fit it into our setup. So in the meantime, we are still just working with the random number generator. England seems to have way more vegan options than the US.
I think it does, to be fair.
I think so. I think there are some places that are really good for like restaurants, but I think in terms of like products that you buy from the supermarket, I think England's probably got a leg up on that.
Yeah.
We are near, is that Ormskirk?
Ormskirk.
We're loving it.
Oh, nice.
Absolutely no
I just
idea
had a
what it
quick
is.
Google. It looks really, really nice. We had too much to drink and went back not too far and got stuck here. Oh no!
Oh no!
Can't get back into what? Is that the winter closures?
Oh no!
Oh. I was actually wondering, maybe you can help. We probably should know this, but you know when you get stuck behind a winter closure, do you have to, like, does the 2-week rule apply? Surely not.
So I'm just going to try the laptop on battery power and see.
Okay, let us know if the connection goes bad. Like, do you have to stay put? Can you just stay put until it opens, or do you have to still move around? I would like to know that.
I'm assuming you still have to go back and forth between facilities as well, anyway.
Yeah, but like if you wanted to, could you stay and just say, "Oh, I'm just waiting for the closure"? Or you can answer Tim's question.
Can you say more about your solar and battery setup? So we have on board, we have our starter battery, and then we have 4 105 amp hour leisure batteries. And that's what came with the boat. And so far, it's been good enough. We'd like to upgrade it at some point because we do use a fair bit of power.
Yeah.
But it's manageable. It's definitely a usable amount. And on the roof, we have 3, I think, 165 watt solar panels. And that runs through its own sort of solar controller. And then we've got a 3,000 watt inverter, which is way more than we need. But that's what was on board when we bought it. So ours is actually a little bit inefficient compared to our usage because the wattage is so high. It's mainly for if you've got like 240 volt washing machines and that sort of thing. But all of our appliances are very low running. I think the laptops are the highest, but their wattage isn't very high.
So we turn the inverter off at night to save power or whenever we leave, which really, really helps.
Yeah. But the main thing that we did before moving on to a boat was we ditched all of the sort of excessive things like hair dryers and all that stuff. We got rid of all that. Anything that just draws loads of power.
Yeah.
And that definitely helps.
But our solar panels were installed, were provided and including the storage boxes, because we have our solar panels on top of storage boxes. We can still tilt them either way, and it just gives us loads of room on the roof. We absolutely love it. We store so much up there. All the pet food, Rupee's hay, all of the spare windlasses, ropes, bits of wood. All of my plant pots take up quite a lot of room, but I like plants. And they were supplied by Solar Afloat. His name is John. He is amazing. He was so helpful. He literally saved so much stress for us. Yeah. And he was such a lovely, also a fellow boater. And I know a lot of people on the network have got solar panel and boxes from Solar Afloat. Yeah. So we can definitely recommend.
I think one of our earlier vlogs as well, maybe around episode 6, it's called Solar Powered Up. In the description of that, we've got a link to the Solar Afloat Facebook page as well, if you are interested.
Welcome in, Diane. Hello.
We got stuck behind 7 locks that are being fixed. Oh, but you can stay put. Okay, that's good. Wow, 7 locks.
7 locks.
That's a big closure.
I hope you've got everything close by. Yeah. You're all right. Not the narrowboaters. Yeah. March. At least you can you're forced to stay put and chill. If you've got everything you need. It's not great, but that's something we do as well, I feel like.
Diane says the vlog about what you eat on a narrowboat without a fridge for a week was fascinating. Looks like each week would take a great deal of planning or being close to multiple chip shops. Yeah, so I think generally what we try and do is we'll sort of draw up a rough weekly meal plan. And then what it tends to be is more structured towards the start of the week, and then towards the end of the week, it either
As you can
descends
see.
into improvising if we're being good and making meals out of what we've got and using leftovers. But obviously, if we are closer to things like chip shops, then we are fairly easily swayed towards the.
I
the
think
end of the
from
week.
our vlogs, I think we've made a little bit of a brand of getting chips, like takeaways all the time. Which is, to be fair, we're not gonna lie, we're probably still gonna get quite a lot of takeaways, but sometimes we would get more takeaways than maybe normal because we would run out of food, and the only place close was like a chip shop, conveniently. Or something like that.
I think during some of the typical weeks as well, when there's not really much happened during the day because I'm just working or something like that, we'll be eating properly. But then the interesting stuff tends to happen when we're cruising, and that's when we find like all the little local places and eat more chips.
But we don't mind getting chips. But thank you for watching, Diane. It was really lovely.
Less solar than I expected. I've been measuring my kit before I move on. PC uses 210 watts during the build, so I'm assuming that's kind of its max wattage or near enough. So my laptop actually draws, I think we measured it around 243 watts tops.
A lot.
So it can be really power hungry. But we still get by. We have to run the engine probably more than we'd like, but in the summer it's not half as bad because you're sort of pulling in up to like 32 amps.
In the summer, we can definitely the solar more than covers what we use. Our only problem, I think, is the battery space. We would like to increase the battery space because we cruise quite often, and in the summer the solar covers what we use. We have a lot of spare kind of wasted energy as we see it. So kind of having a bigger battery bank just means we can store more of that energy for longer, whereas at the moment it's kind of like
a bit wasted, isn't it?
It feels a bit wasted because our battery bank is quite small compared to the power consumption that we use, so we can get through it a lot quicker, like maybe like 2 hours of being on our laptops and stuff, and we'd be like, oh, we better turn them off now. Whereas if we had a bigger battery bank, we wouldn't have a problem filling it, I don't think. And we would kind of be able to go for longer on our appliances and stuff. So I think the solar seems all right.
I think a huge part of it as well is just managing how much power your machine's drawing. So if you're not doing something intensive, you put it on all the battery modes, you drop everything right down, and then it's all about just kind of managing your power so that you're only using loads for as little time as possible.
And I think as well, when we've seen like bigger solar setups, I think mainly therefore kind of if we were to ever increase the solar that we had, it would be to be able to get more in the winter, because I think for now our solar they're not redundant, they mainly only really like top up the batteries tiny bit, like not much. So I think if you were to get more solar, it would definitely help in the winter a lot more, because it would hopefully actually charge your batteries, whereas ours, we do have to run the engine a couple of times a day just to get them charged.
What have you got to get rid of that you miss the most due to space? Ooh, that's a tricky one. I was sad to see our TV go.
It
sounds really stereotypical, but I was really sad to see that go.
We had a 60-inch TV. Hi Polly, how you doing?
Hey Polly. I think it wasn't due to space, but due to the way that we wanted to do narrowboat life. The car for me, it was the first car that we sort of owned, and we've been on so many adventures in that thing that I get very attached to things anyway. So that had an incredible amount of sentimental value. I wouldn't say I miss it the most, but that was the hardest to give away. As you can probably tell in that vlog, when I cried.
I think for me, it's my old gaming setup, because I've said it before, but we had like a double desk setup, where we had three monitors each, a big beefy gaming PC each, a huge desk, our own office chairs and stuff, and we would spend hours in that room, wouldn't we, like working, playing games together. I do miss that, and for me, I miss my house plants. We have a lot of plants around the boat, and it makes me so happy, but in the house, we had a 3-bedroom house before, and I had about 200 and something houseplants. Like, I had a lot of houseplants, and I had to downsize significantly. And I've probably only got maybe 10 now. So I miss those. But I'm sure I had a huge collection as well. So I had some like rare ones that I had to get rid of.
Yeah. Have you guys ever had boat rage? Is that sort of like the equivalent of road rage?
Yeah, like road rage.
Okay. I don't think we've had it too bad. I think we fall a little bit into the stereotype of getting a little bit mardy. Well, not mardy with, but we will get a little bit wound up by some, I would say mainly hire boaters in the summer. But only I can appreciate...
We love hire boats. We love them.
It is when they go past too quickly. Every boat moans about it. But it's just, you can sort of tell because the hire boat companies will really sting people on late charges. And obviously people want to get the most out of their money. So they go as far as they can, as quickly as they can. And I think a lot of the companies also don't stress the importance of slowing down. So that can be really irritating when they go past too quickly and things fall off shelves and that sort of thing. Or
when you've got a cup of tea and it splashes on you because they're going too hot, too fast. But I think we did actually have a little bit of rage, not that much. I can't remember where it was. Yeah,
we've been like.
I think it was on like a swing bridge or something, and another narrowboat put it down. Or sometimes there's like little bits where it's like not saving the locks for you. That can be a little bit frustrating, but we haven't had it majorly. It's just like if someone can see you coming, and like if you know like the lock etiquette is basically if the lock is full, the boat at the top gets priority, and if the lock is empty, obviously the boat at the bottom gets priority. But generally, if you can see another boat coming and let's say it's empty, you're generally supposed to wait for them because it makes sense. Because you've got to fill the lock anyway to get it to there so you can go down, whereas they might as well be in it to go up, if that makes sense. Yeah. So it's been a couple of times where we've been the boat here and we've been like, we're coming, and then they just fill the lock. I think generally it's all right.
Courtesy is a huge part of cruising around on the canals. So if someone does break that, but it's not just through not knowing, it's like just it's blatant ignorance that.
It's worse than like doing something like when you didn't know. That's absolutely fine.
Because we've had people crash into us and they've been super apologetic and we'll just be like, don't worry about it.
Like 99% of people are absolutely fine, and it is just down to like accidents or just not knowing and stuff like that. But you do get the odd one, we won't lie.
If you cruise one way and then turn around and go back, can you stay in all the spots you stayed in for 2 weeks again? I think the rule is, it's quite loose on the rules, but I think it's that you have to make a conscious effort to be constantly on the move, and you have to move about a mile every 2 weeks. So I don't know if that means that you can go a mile one way, stop for 2 weeks, and then come back and stay in the same spot. I suspect you could.
I think you can, yeah. And I think as well, it's you only as long as you cover I think it's like 20 miles in a year.
It was really small.
As long as you go longer than 20 miles in a year everywhere, then I think that kind of also counts as continuous cruising.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It would be good if someone did a vlog that could even out the most efficient battery requirement. You could put loads of batteries on board but never be able to fully charge them. Yes, that's very true. Electrics are really there's a huge amount of depth to knowing about that stuff, and I can imagine some people are really good at optimizing how much batteries to how much solar to how much usage.
Andy seems good at that on the Taylors.
We're not very good at that yet.
They've dropped down to 3 batteries. That's quite
wow.
impressive. I think they've got lithium, haven't they?
I think they've got quite hefty lithium batteries. I don't think ours are anything that special.
Thank you, Rob, though. That's a good idea. I mean, we probably wouldn't be the best person to do it for the video, but yeah, that's a really good idea.
It was 10 to 7, and I was like, oh, Amy's streaming in a second. I forgot.
We're live tomorrow, though, Polly, on Twitch.
No worries, though, Polly. And our jumpers are bunnies.
Mine's got a
3D nose and scarf. Where are you both originally from? We are Wigan and Bradford.
Oh, nice.
So I'm originally from Southampton, grew up near Peterborough, and then lived in Sheffield for about 10 years. So I don't really feel like whenever someone asks me sort of where I'm originally from, I guess it's Southampton, but I wasn't there for that much of my life. So I normally say I was from Sheffield pre-boat.
Yeah. I was from Nottinghamshire. I was born there for ages. Lived there pretty much all my life until I was like 18, and then I moved to Sheffield. Stayed there since. I think I lived in Sheffield 5 years?
Something like that. 5 or 6 years, isn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, Nottinghamshire and Sheffield for me.
Mhm.
And we met in Sheffield.
Yeah. Hey, remember the garden I missed when the stories about him?
Dave.
Yeah. So for context, in our old house, we used to have a gardener for a bit because that was one of the things that we really couldn't handle. So he'd come round about once a month and just keep on top of it because we were in rented accommodation and it was a requirement that we
hated gardening.
Yeah, keep it tidy. But then he just randomly disappeared and blocked us on Facebook and never spoke to us ever again. And we never knew what happened to him. So will always be a mystery.
As much as I like the look of your food, I can't eat it as I cannot process vegetable-based proteins.
Okay.
So I have to stick to meat-based diet. Also, diabetes does not help. Yeah, that's fair enough, Michael. Like, we appreciate that not everyone can do it, and it can be kind of different requirements mean that it makes it a lot difficult for people. But yeah, I hope you're well, Michael. No worries.
Where in Sheffield did you meet? We live there. Okay. We met on Tinder.
We met on Tinder, online dating. But it
was sort of kind of strange, lucky circumstances, I'd say. So I was somewhat of a nerd who I've never really enjoyed sort of going out and getting drunk at clubs, and that seemed to be where the majority of people sort of meet these days. I don't really like that. So running low on options, I turned to something like Tinder because it seems just like my logic was that there would be someone like-minded who would also do the same thing. So that's why I tried it, and it was sort of coincidentally the same time that you kind of tried the app as well. And then we matched on there, and
we used to go to the Cineworld a lot, Jenny.
Yeah.
We went to the Cineworld a lot. We went to Meadowhall a lot.
Yeah.
But we both lived in pretty much smack in the city centre. So we would hang out there a lot.
Yeah, we lived in a few places. So we lived right in the city centre, and then we lived in Hillsborough for a bit as well.
Yeah. What's your favourite place to go in the UK? Ooh.
So one adventure that we did.
Oh, wait, sorry, one sec. Whilst Wes is answering this question, just everyone, we're going to get a clip for the vlog. Does anyone want to write, "Hi, YouTube," and we will film it, and hopefully you'll see yourself in the vlog.
In about 8 weeks.
No. But yeah, say hi, YouTube. Go on.
So yeah, one of our favourite places to visit, or one of our favourite places that we visited in the UK we did a thing called the NC 500. Which stands for North Coast 500, and it is basically this really long road trip route that you can take around the north coast of Scotland. So we packed a tent and just a load of supplies into the boot of our car, and I think it took us about 10 days to get all the way around. And you just sort of camp in random spots, and that was incredible. It was so scenic. It was such a good adventure.
Yeah, we love that.
So I'd say that's one of my favourite. Even though it's not really a place, it's kind of a route.
We also spent a lot of time in like Matlock and kind of Dovedale, Matlock, those kind of places like Chatsworth, stuff like that. We loved it. Let me say. We are on our YouTube live. Thank you everyone who joined, and thank you to everyone who has been chatting. That was for the vlog.
Never stop recording. And one of the other places I think in the UK that we really loved that we only went to once was a place called Ingleton Waterfalls.
Yes, that was lovely.
Quite north of England, but It was a very intense trip because it's basically about 2 or 3 hours of just climbing up and down steps around waterfalls. But that is absolutely incredible. Visually, it's absolutely stunning.
But yeah, we're probably gonna head off now. I think the batteries might not last much longer.
Yeah.
It's getting a little bit late. But yeah, Hendo's relish.
Indoors.
Endos. Yes, Jenny. I used to love Hendos.
Yeah.
On my chips and my burger.
There are Endos.
Endos.
On chips.
Get some chips from West Street and put loads of Hendo's relish on it. Of course. Loved it. But yeah, thank you all so much for hanging out tonight. It's been amazing. We've loved chatting to you all as usual. We are going to be, like I said, maybe a little bit quieter on YouTube because we're having a little bit of downtime for the Christmas break. But the vlog will still be live this Friday. We know it's a little bit weird to post a not Christmas related vlog on Christmas Eve, but we just want to keep every Friday and we don't want to miss a video. So we'll be posting that this Friday. And then we have a special video coming next Friday, which is next Friday, New Year's Eve. Yeah. The special video coming next Friday. And then, so we're going to keep posting, but we might be a little bit quieter on our socials and in the comments. But yeah, thank you all so much. Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful break and enjoy your time. Eat loads of food. Look after yourselves. And thank you all so much for your support this year and all up until this point. It's been so lovely and we appreciate every single one of you.
Just real quick, yes, we have been to Fradley and we will. You will see it in an upcoming vlog.
Yes, it was lovely. But yeah, Merry Christmas, and if you don't celebrate it, Happy December. But yeah, thank you all so much, and we are gonna probably head to bed now because we're getting up early. We've got to finish some last minute Christmas shopping. But the poll, 73% of people are ready for Christmas, so that's good.
Yeah, that is good.
But yeah,
thank you so much for making our year. I think our adventure is made so much better by all your lovely support and comments. So yeah, just thank you all. It really does mean the world to us.
And thank you for hanging out with us this evening. Enjoy, and love to you all. Stay safe. Bye. Bye.